Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once more for your 2023 Eastern Conference Final. Miami Heat hosting the Boston Celtics. Live game highlight commentary. I am your host, founder, and chairman of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis, with the Grant Williams special. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Miami Heat with a 2-0 commanding series lead back in South Beach, where they are undefeated. White hot in the whitest of Caucasian jerseys here in Miami. Let it be known in the comment section if it's Miami. Let it be known if it's Boston, who's winning tonight and moving on to Game 4 with all of the momentum. And by the way, make sure you guys click the link in my description. Go to the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis if you guys have not already. Stay tuned. Second half, they got pickums ready to go. But right now, I got two fixing to go live. Funny enough, yesterday, all I did was win was 15 Dura, son. All I got yesterday was 15 Dura. This was my only W yesterday. I got 15 Dura, all right? But nevertheless, a W is still a W, goddammit. So I got 15 Dura yesterday. Hopefully today, I'm hoping to cash out on a perfect 250 Dura. Because right here, this is my first of my pick'ems. I got Max Strus getting me 12 points. Robert Williams not being very productive. Kevin Love, of course, not doing too much. Jimmy Butler scoring 30. I expect Jimmy Butler to have a magnificent first half. Bam Adebayo out-rebounding Jason Tatum. And then I also have Caleb Martin not having the same impact that he had last game. I think he's actually going to come up a little bit short. I think he's only going to have 3 points, 2 rebounds. But if he scores more, hey, better for me in the doggone Miami Heat. Duncan Robinson not doing too much. Jason Tatum not having that great of a game because I believe this will be the Jaylen Brown game. Al Horford not being very productive. And then last but not least, Kyle Lowry scoring 10. As you guys know, whenever Kyle Lowry's in double figures, the Heat are undefeated. As Bianca Belair would say, how is it going? Oh, Miami already off to a 2-0 lead. I done dropped my doggone phone. Oh, wow, it went in the distance. Kevin Love, corner 3. Bang! Miami by 5. Miami by 5. Let me pick up my doggone phone. Jeff in the building, what's going on? Actually, we fixing to go down the list at about, I want to say the first time out, because I believe if Miami can make a run, Boston will call timeout within the next, I want to say, minute. Jason Tatum puts in a 3. Goddamn bastard. I'm over here grabbing the phone with my goddamn toe. I done opened like 3 different apps. What kind of working toes do I have? I might as well put these sumbitches on OnlyFans. If you're going to be able to open up that much doggone notifications just by swiping at it, it's getting ridiculous out here. But nevertheless, once we get to 10 minutes, I'm fixing to go down the list and say hello to individuals who's in the building right now. But I appreciate you guys coming back to the doggone stream where it's going to have a lot of fun. And the drink of today, Derek White, Sir Hairline tries a 3. The drink of today, I got to get rid of these fucking wines, so I apologize. But NBA Finals, we're going to be drinking some doggone hard liquor. But for now, we got that Bonita Chardonnay. I should have never bought this fucking 6-pack of wine, dog. I should have never bought that 6-pack of wine. But nevertheless. Oh, Max Strus tries a 3. That's a brick. 7-3 is the lead right now for the Miami Heat. And White said you won 3 of your pick'ems yesterday. We love to see it. Jaylen Brown with the layup inside. David said, well, we drinking that doggone Chardonnay. We might as well take a drink right now. And cheers to you. It's all right. Oh, my. Chance to tie up the game. Jason Tatum with the dunk inside. Tie game, 7 apiece. Payne said it's time. Grant Williams going off tonight. Oh, we'll see if he sees the floor. David said, you drinking that Sweetwater IPA. Cheers. Oh, that's magnificent. I haven't had it, but I've heard people good reviews about it regardless. Oh, wow. Kevin Love going to take a jumper from the free throw line. That's a brick. That looked terrible. Somebody got to get back on defense. What's going on over here? Naomi said, screw the wine glass. Ain't that the truth? I'm just taking straight it to the head. Yeah. Jaylen Brown with a chance to give the Celtics the lead. His jumper, and it's good. The C's are in front 9-7. Back and forth we go in this game 3. James said, what I always with the wild questions, but to start out the stream, James asked, would you rather have the ability to fly like a bird, but only at a maximum height of 5 feet? Really? Wow, I'd be at the maximum height of an Asian. No, let's not do that. Let's not do it. Stop Asian hate, Adonis. But, it's not Asian if it's Vietnamese, but the Vietnamese are Asian. What are you talking about? So what I want to be a bird that can only fly at 5 feet, or be able to fly like a jet airplane, but only for 10 minutes a day. So I would be able to fly like a jet, but at 10 minutes a day. So my life would remain unchanged, but I would have the ability to fly for 10 minutes versus having the ability to fly as like a bird, but only at a maximum of 5 feet. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I would rather fly at the 5 feet because I would be able to fly at all times versus only being able to fly, for 10 minutes at a time. So I would much rather go with the first one. Oh, boy, Jason Tatum inside, can't get the basket. No foul call, but Boston by 3. Playoff Jimmy going down the floor. I think he's going to slow it down and wait for somebody. We have not got a foul call yet, so this is a pretty fast quarter to begin. Jimmy Butler tries a 3. It's a brick. Rebound, Jason Tatum. Back over to Jaylen Brown. Gets past Gabe Vincent. Brown's going to go his whole time by himself. No, kicks it back to Tatum. Tatum is going to probably try a 3. No, he's not. Lost the basketball. They kick it over. Oh, no, Kevin Love couldn't snipe it to Jimmy. James said you ran out of ideas. And there's the timeout after 4 minutes plus. Yeah, it looked like Kevin Love had something that happened to him. I think he tweaked his ankle. Yeah, something happened to Kevin Love. Something happened with Kevin Love. He's heading to the locker room. He old. He's showing grays, so that's not a good time. Dre DeDon said, show the score. What ain't the score? Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't the score start? Hold on. Wait a minute. What's going on over here? Wow. It's always something with the ESPN app. They playing jouet, as the Haitians would say. Part of the game is this. You supposed to show. You had one job, ESPN. Come on now. It's getting ridiculous. Supposed to show the score. Why didn't it just update the doggone score? Somebody's playing with me. My apologies. I was going to go into the whole diatribe about, maybe you should, if only they developed something that can show the score on the screen. There we go. It should be up now. And wait. Another one. Okay, the third time, that already passed. 4th time's the charm. There we are. There we go. Waiting for this sumbitch to fucking load, but it's there now. I was in a genjutsu. My apologies. But yes, there's the score there. All right, and since it's a timeout, let's go down the list. Say hello to the people. If you wrote a question, write it again after, I want to say, about 48 seconds when we acknowledge the individuals in the chat room. Dre, Boomer Sooner, Kelvin, Ted Wilson, Rob S, SGSHR, 123 in the building, Saying the Hacker, Derek White in the house. Where's going on with your hairline, brother? James, Malone, Black Freakazoid, Quan, the Big Mid, Peyton, Gold, Ant White, Token, Black Guy, Tiara, Joe, Jose, DHB, Jamal, Amari, Ryan, Ivan Poop, Sam Soto, Lee Savage, Nate the Great, Landon, KT Chris, Kasha in the house, David, X Lee, LB, Jabbar, the other David in the building, JC, Rashad, Nelson, Stephen the Bull, D Trust, OG Hal, Mike, Shields, Sheldon, Black Shadow, Valorian, RXM, Marquise, Tayan, Andre, Aleski, Nelson, K-Dub, Harold, Action Jack, Buddy, General, YRN Quan, Living Big with Big Reg, Gabriel, Defin, Enthused Straw, what's going on, man? Where the fuck you been, Enthused Straw? I ain't seen you in a while unless I got CTE. I'm him in the building. Dreadnought in the house. Dev. Harold, Andrew, Mr. Nobody. Calling for the sweep. Titus, Benjamin. Norris, Black. Carlton, Henry the ruler. Oh, Lord, Henry. Anybody but Henry. Jay, oh, cool. Pokemon trainer in the house. What's going on? You said are you battling Pokemon Stadium on Switch? I didn't even know they had the Pokemon Stadium on Switch. I'm looking at the cartridge for Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. What's going on? Chance, habitual line stepper. He going up 3-0. You damn right. Mike says, you love the channel. I appreciate you. TLB 2.0 said, bro, I'm a big fan. Thanks for helping me through these tough times or tough school exams season time. Hey, man, anything I can do to help, I'm all for it. On the floor for Miami following the timeout, I believe Caleb Martin just checked into the game. So on the floor for Miami, it's Max Strus, Bam Adebayo, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, and Jimmy Butler. Meanwhile, for the Celtics, it's Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Marcus Smart, unless, of course, somebody else got sent to the bench. No, that is the same starting five is there. Oh, there's Max Strus is going to try a three. It's a brick. 12-9 remains to score. Nicholas put 2 on it. The first donation of the day. So what would I do if Derek White stole my girl? If Derek White stole my girl, I would do absolutely nothing. I'd be like, damn. On to the next. I'm not so emotionally vested to where if somebody leaves me, I'm not going to sit over here and feel so doggone devastated. I'll only look at it and say, all right, what could I have done differently that could have prevented this, conclusion? But nevertheless, it is what it is. We move forward. Caleb Martin with a 3 to even up the score at 12 apiece. I am as stoic as they come. D put 5 on it, said, as a Heat fan, do you have a top 5 Heat players all time? If so, who are they? Well, for one, Dwayne Wade is at the top of that list. So I would have Dwayne Wade. And when I say top 5 Heat player, now, here's the thing. Are we talking about like top 5 Heat players as like an organization? Or are we talking like top 5 players who have ever played for the Heat? Because if that's the case, LeBron, would be the greatest player who had ever put on a Heat jersey, followed by Dwayne Wade, and then you would have your Alonzo Mournings, Shaquille O'Neals, and then you would have to put Jimmy Butler. Or really, if you really want to talk about it, you can remove Shaquille O'Neal and actually plug in Tim Hardaway and things of that nature. Or, so it depends on how you would want to do it. But if you want to talk about inside of a Heat jersey, Heat lifers, individuals, when you think Miami Heat, they come to mind, Dwayne Wade would be at the top of that list. Adonis Haslam would actually come in at number 2. Then I would have Alonzo Mourning at 3. After Mourning at 3, after Mourning at 3, Tim Hardaway he's also known for his Run TMC days. So, tell you the truth, I actually would lean more towards Chris Bosh than I would LeBron. I actually would, because really think about it. When people think Chris Bosh, they think of him as a Heat player rather than Toronto now. With LeBron, you're going to think Cavs, first. So I would actually say Bosh and then, God, but you can't not say Hardaway. So Jimmy's going to work his way there, but it's still relatively early, so he'll work his way up there. But there is that same bad. Greg Oden, would you stop it? No, Adonis should be 1, but it's going to be Dwayne Wade. When you talk about the greatest, Heat, whatever, but the epitome of Heat culture is Adonis Haslam. But Wade has to take that number 1 spot. so you got to have him. Was that an air ball? Good God. But Miami in the lead right now, 17-16. Oh, Max Strus nearly traveled. Is he going to try a 3? No, he's not. Oh, Bam did not get blocked. That's a great recovery right there from Rob Williams, who's actually coming off the bench for this game. Great response there. Gabe Vincent with the 3. Mario Chalmers, very good name. Very good name. That's a great question, D. That is a great question. Y'all keep asking questions like that. That's a great question right there. Oh, no, they called a foul, so Bam is headed to the line. I thought it was a clean. Oh, DJ Khaled's in the building. DJ Khaled's fat ass is in the building. Did y'all see the video? It was circulating on Twitter or Instagram, one of the two. But was anybody else's Instagram down? I came back from a walk. I walked 5 miles with a 40-pound weighted vest today. Probably shouldn't have did it, but damn it, I was listening to a little bit of David Goggins a little bit earlier, so I was legit in my mind for or I should say in my head while I was on calls for like 2 hours. Only thing that was going through my head as I zoned out was, who's going to carry the boats? Who's going to carry the boats and the logs? So I said, you know what? I got to do something with all this fucking adrenaline. I went outside. I walked an hour, damn near an hour and a half with a 40-pound weight vest. And this is what it was. But this is what it was. So it was a weight vest 5 mile stroll today, and that's what it was. Initially, I was gonna try to see if I can run a mile, but with the weight vest, that was a bad idea. I felt the pressure on my knees. I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to have no water in my knees on some shit. But only thing that was going through my mind the entire time, who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? But whatever the case may be. Yes, so make sure y'all leave some good quality questions there in the comment section, whatever the case may be, and we move forward from there. Now, MDJ Nation put 2 on and said, do I think Solo will betray Roman? In time, yes. I think that'll be the last of Roman's battles within the family. I think he's going to deal with the Usos first, and then, well, I would love to say Rock, but I don't know if that's ever going to be able to happen. So there is that. But I do believe down the line Solo will turn on Roman. I think it would be foolish if they don't have that happen. So there is that. Oscar in the building. What's going on? Matthew said you got blocked by the Heat on Twitter and you don't even know what you did. You're still gonna be a Heat fan, but what the fuck? Hey, shit. I don't know what happened, but people get blocked every day. So it depends on what, maybe you replied to something, maybe that you put inside a subtweet, whatever the case may be, there is that. But fat ass DJ Khaled's in the building. And by the way, I don't know if anybody else's Instagram was down, like I was mentioning before, but right before I went for my walk, I noticed that was the case. Instagram was down. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Wesley channel keeps spamming Nuggets or Lakers. Fam, I already said Nuggets in 6. Nuggets in 6 was the initial prediction coming into this series, and now they have a 3-0 lead. I think it'll probably end up being Nuggets in 5. I think the Lakers will get next game, but there is that. Dre said, I had that Vegeta's saying armor on. Shit, might as well. Julio said, can y'all bench press Lizzo for $50? First and foremost, I need to know how much what Lizzo weighs. Lizzo weight. How big is Lizzo? Is around 308 pounds, and that's last summer. I cannot bench Lizzo right now. Oh, wow, there was a article, Lizzo talks weight loss, not trying to escape fatness. Wait, she gets candid about having no intention to lose weight. Hold on, wait a minute. Heavy on the not trying to escape fatness. I've always loved working out. I'm not trying to be thin. So let me get this straight. You're a 35-year-old, morbidly obese lady. Incredibly talented. Let's never overlook that. But you have to put out a preamble of I'm only exercising because I love working out, but I'm not trying to escape fatness. It's a sickness. It's a mental illness. That's a different conversation. But nevertheless, oh yeah, Oscar said you can squat Lizzo. Hey, shit, I could squat Lizzo. I wouldn't attempt now. I don't want to run the risk of a herniated disc, but that is right there. Would I bench press Nia Jax for $5 million? Now, Nia had started losing some weight, but Nia Jax's weight, last that was 272. And she's since lost some weight. I think I might have a chance of bench shit. Even when she was 272, I might have a chance. Because it's been a while since I had tried that 275. But Nia has lost a good amount of weight. I think she probably at about like a 230 right now. I could bench her. No problem. Oh, she dancing. Don't get that video. So I've always said Nia has a good face card. I learned that terminology from Twitter. But I don't see a circumstance where something like that is gonna go down there. Yeah, too much people complaining about calls. Get your ass back on defense, man. Nia Jax over Liv Morgan. All right, GR, you bugging. Peyton said her when she accidentally loses 120 pounds, yeah, she will cry. They're going to treat her like they did Monique and how they did Adele. Listen, I adore Adele, right? I love me some Adele. I've downloaded, or I should say I've listened to every single album. I have every single album on vinyl. Love me some Adele. Shorty lost some weight and motherfuckers started turning against her for trying to prioritize her health. She looked better when she was big. What the fuck? What that got to do with her losing weight? She lost the weight for her, not you. The fuck going on? It's crazy to me. It's ridiculous to me. Saying the hacker said Roman Reigns is bad. Why is that? But Miami leading by 5. Oh no! Oh no! No! He's not in the game. Is that who the fuck I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Say it ain't so with the same motherfucking sneakers they was wearing last game. Ain't no way. There ain't no way I see a number 12 on the court in the state of Florida that's not Tom Brady. That light-skinned mole rat son of a bitch, Grant Williams, has entered the game for the Boston Celtics. That son of a bitch, Grant Williams, has entered the game for the Boston Celtics. Before I even get into it, on the floor for the for Miami is, well, I got to wait until everybody gets set. But all I can see right now is Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, and Bam Adebayo. Oh, god damn. Bam Adebayo just got hit with the Kinshasa. Bam Adebayo got hit with the Kinshasa. Shinsuke Nakamura turned into Jason Tatum. My heavens. Homie got hit with a finishing move, a clubbing blow by way of foot. Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, and Cody Zeller have now entered the game for the Miami Heat. Meanwhile, for the Boston Celtics, it's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who appear to both be playing the entirety of this first quarter. Malcolm Brogdon, who is the sixth man of the year, and Rob Williams. Oh, Strus is loose for a three-pointer, can't get it to go. And that bitch-ass, bum-ass, motherfucking Grant Williams on the floor as well. That son of a bitch. I don't think they've called a foul on Miami thus far. Yeah, Boston really wants a foul call, but the referees are not calling it. There's not a single foul on the Heat yet. No, pardon me. There's one foul on the Heat, and there's 5 on Boston. So their next foul will put Miami in the bonus. I think they're going to call a block right here on Zeller. Nope, they didn't call it. There you go. Williams gets himself a basket, 21-20. There was two different calls that should have been called on Miami. The referees didn't call it. So there is that. And I think there was only one missed call on Boston. So there's 2 calls in favor of Miami that had transpired there. Good Lord, what is Jimmy Butler not being very aggressive here? Jaylen Brown, Boston's being very physical, which you love to see in a desperation game, but they got to be careful because you don't want to find yourself getting into foul trouble. The referees are already, making sure they blowing the doggone whistle, so you don't want to get yourself in foul trouble when you need your guys on the floor. 3-point lead right now for Miami. Rebound inside by Williams. Can't get it back. Offensive rebound right there. Oh, wow, Malcolm Brogdon. Williams is playing ball out there. Oh, Grant Williams about to get called for a foul. No, they're not. Oh, yep, they called it on Grant Williams. Bitch-ass, bum-ass Grant Williams. I like Rob Williams. He's a hustler. But fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. And that should put Miami in the bonus. Yep. Get your bitch-ass off the floor, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. A lot of people ask, do I have real vitriol for Grant Williams? Nothing outside of basketball, right? It's all in good fun and competition. But it's just something about Ben Simmons and Grant Williams. I just don't like the way they play basketball. Ben Simmons, I don't like his mindset of basketball. You are incredibly gifted. You've been playing this game your entire life. How the fuck you have to see a sports psychologist and therapist because you're not feeling confident with your ability to score the basketball or shoot the basketball? That doesn't make sense to me. You've been playing this game your entire life. You literally envision making it to this point, the peak of the sport that you play, and now all of a sudden you can't identify whether you want to play or not. I think that's crazy to me. But with Grant Williams, I just think he's somewhat of a dirty player, and I've always said go back and watch last year's conference final against the Heat. I have nothing wrong with physicality in basketball. I played collision sport. I played football. I played basketball. Contact sport. What I didn't like was just like trying to be, purposely dirty. I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. I'm not a big fan of that. But it's one of the reasons why I don't like Grant Williams, but there is that. Cody Zeller is trash, says SG. You are absolutely correct. There are a number of different backup centers that they could have grabbed, whether it was during the trade deadline or, signed off of free agency. Hell, I wouldn't even mind seeing Yurt 7 in the doggone game and utilizing him. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's a 7-footer. But whatever the case is, Cody Zeller, when he's on the floor offensively, Miami just doesn't seem as in sync. But it is what it is. Ant White said top 5 Mavericks all time. I will return back to that question after I get to the doggone donations. Caleb Martin with another 3. Miami by 8. 42 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Sean Patuan said Grant Williams deserves the Vince McMahon clip. Shit. I mean, I wouldn't say he's somebody who's going to get fired. Somebody started making some fake videos regarding he's going to get the Dylan Brooks treatment where they're not going to want to have him back. But I can't envision a circumstance where that happens. Oh, they should have called the and one with the foul on Tatum. They didn't call it, but I almost said touchdown. 10-point lead right now for the Heat. Steven, Doughboy said, Chisel, are we going to get a game highlight commentary for the USFL? Tomorrow, yes. And for the NBA, it's just going to be the finals moving forward because it doesn't seem as if, or I should say, they're going to call a charge. Yup, charge. This whole quarter been all Miami, bro. It's been all Miami. Now, if you're a Celtics fan, you're going to be feeling very bad about these calls because there's a number of no calls that the Celtics have not gotten. I think there was 2 legitimate no calls that the Celtics legitimately have not gotten when you talk about the way that you should be calling basketball. I think there was also 1 call that shouldn't have been called on the Celtics. And then also, I think there was only 1 call that wasn't called on Miami. So I think that the referees have missed 4. There was 3 that unfortunately went against Boston. But we'll see how things play out moving forward. But there is that. Kasha said, would I ever do a meet and greet? Actually, yes. I believe I was talking about this when I came back from Miami. I believe it was either last week or the week before. I can't recall. But I would love to do like a meet and greet situation where it's like, I would pick, and it would be more than just like, meet and greet, because usually meet and greets is like you pull up somewhere, take a photo, you sign something, or you just kick it for like a small period of time and then you go about your business. I would love to do something where it's like, I give a time in advance so there's enough time for people to prepare or whatever. I would pick a city or something, and then I would, whether it's like rent out a yacht or some shit in Miami, and then get all of, subscribers or people who follow me or whatever the case is or support whatever it is, and we all come to an enclosed space and then bam, pop out over there. Or maybe I find like an event space or something like that. I pull up and then we could do like a live Q&A. We just kick it, maybe do like a live podcast or some shit like that. So it's something that I definitely have considered for sure. So yes, Kasha, I would definitely love to do something like that. But I wouldn't want it to be some, you know what? We should do a meet and greet. This Sunday, live from Arlington, Virginia, we're going to have a meet. So I wouldn't want to do something like that because I would rather have it to where we have a good period of time in between. Yeah, they're going to change this to a block. They're going to change this to a block because Kyle Lowry's feet wasn't set. So, yeah, they should change that. That's a good challenge right there. So there is that. Ugan said tax write-off. I mean, yes, it will be. That would be a tax write-off. No. Yan Burglar, funny enough, renting out a yacht actually isn't as expensive as I thought it was. Yep, blocking foul. Good call, referee. Good switch, referee. That is indeed a blocking foul. You get a yacht like Miami, they got yachts for like $3,000. Now the only downside is you probably gotta rent it for like it's like a 4 or 5 hour situation or whatever the case may be. But if that's something that I would set up for everybody to kick it, I mean, it's not a problem. That's not a problem. So it depends on where. I think I would have to figure out, like, you want to do it in New York because I'm in New York, something like that, and then get that stuff set up. So who knows? But I ain't got no problem with that. No, like legitimately, renting yachts. I thought it was expensive. I thought that's like 10, 15. Depends on like the situation, the kind of yacht. Now, let's say you have a yacht. It's a small, 20 some people, and that's not too expensive. But you got 100, 200 motherfucking people that's pulling up now. Now we talking tens of thousands. I can't do that. So you know what? Now that I think about it, we'll take the yacht back. Ain't nobody renting no doggone yacht. That's too much money. There's that lady who always dressed very festive in the background. So there is that. MDJ, Put 2 on it. You said, yo, advice. You've been friends with this girl in your class for 4 years. You always talk to each other, but you're starting to have feelings for her. What should you do? Tell her. Tell her immediately. Because here's the thing. You're going to sit there miserable, developing feelings and not being vocal, because here's the worst thing that you want to have, happen, right? This your homegirl, y'all been cool, everything for a good period of time, right? You start to develop feelings, but you don't say nothing. And then she's like, hey, bro, I want to tell you something. You're like, oh my God, this is the moment that she's going to say she's also interested too. I think I met someone. Word? It's crazy. She show you this dude. Yeah, I really like him and everything. I want you to meet him. And then you're going to sit over there beating yourself up because you never brought it up. I've always said, if you want to have a platonic friendship, you got to keep things transparent. The reason why it works between me and Sis Adonis, we've been cool since fucking high school. We never once tried anything with each other, nor have any interest in trying anything with each other. It would never happen. And I told it before, I'm like, if I had CTE or somebody went to Shenron and said, man, you got to have some form of interest, I promise you right now, we wouldn't be friends no more. There ain't no reason of being somebody who's a friend where you're interested in that individual, they don't feel that same way back, and you're still going to try to suck up your pride and go forward. You're going to be miserable. You're not going to have a good time because it's always going to be in the back of your mind. So the moment that you start to develop feelings, but also at the same time, you have to identify as well. No. Rob S., it's not that 4 years was too long. He said that they've been cool for a good period of time, but they just started having feelings. Because we said, I'm starting to have feelings. This is just now developing. Now, if you've been having these feelings for 4 years and you never said nothing, it's time to come clean now. But if it's just now developing, I would say, for one, talk to other ladies to see if this isn't one-itis, where you're only speaking to one individual, and because that's the only other female that you're speaking to in close proximity or whatever, that you're not just, developing that because that's the only, feminine energy that you're now, encompassing, I guess. So with that being the case, talk to other females and see if that same feeling still, exists. If it does exist, you tell her straight up, what the situation is, and then move forward from there. Maurice said Jason Williams would body Grant Williams. Like Jason Williams, the point guard, white chocolate. I ain't gonna lie to you. He would cross him up without question. He would score on him without question. But if they were to fight, Grant Williams kind of big. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that brother, he looked like a skinned turtle. So with that being the case, I don't know how that all play out. But, hey, I'd take white chocolate too. Come on now. K-Dub just became a member. Welcome. GR, put 2 on. Said Henry coming to take it a meet. Wait. Henry coming to make it a meet and greet. Why'd you put the eggplant emoji with the meet and greet? What's that about? What's going on with that? What's going on with that there? Sean Patuan said, which fighting game would I want to get this year? Tenkaichi, probably. Oh, Jalen Ramsey's in the building. Probably I would do Budokai Tenkaichi, but unfortunately I'm not going to have a console that I can, go ahead and participate in the gaming with. But one of you guys can, because for those of you who are not already subscribed to the channel and you would like to enter into the sweepstakes, I'm giving away an Xbox X, shameless plug, an Xbox X, brand spanking new. And if you're not an Xbox guy, a PlayStation 5. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and you will be entered into the sweepstakes. Also, follow me on Instagram to double your chances of winning. I'm choosing a name from both Instagram and YouTube after the last game of the NBA Finals, and somebody will win. Literally, all you have to do is subscribe. And if you really want to increase your chances, you can make a number of different burner accounts. You can tell a friend to go ahead and subscribe, and then if you happen to win, and you recognize, hey, that's my channel that won, and you send in your email, hey, maybe you mess around again. So whatever the case is, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Also, hit the like button as well. A like goes a very long way, and likes are free. We've got 844 in the building, only 186 likes. Hit the like button. We watching the game together, goddammit. Miami by 10. Gabe Vincent now in the second quarter, I might add. He's being guarded quite heavily, I might add, from, I believe that's Malcolm Brogdon that's there. Yep, that's a travel. Great defense by Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, he's a sixth man of the year, but right there looking like a defensive player of the year. Hell of a job right there, locking up Gabe Vincent. Get off the bench. Get on the bench. Bitch-ass Grant Williams. Bitch-ass Grant Williams. Bitch-ass Grant Williams. Now, there is that. Ivan Poop keeps saying, do I think Loma won? I didn't see the fight. I didn't see highlights of the fight. So I can't give an opinion whatsoever. So with that being the case, I have nothing that I can say about the doggone fight. Matthew said, who's the better child maker, Nick Cannon or Phillip Rivers? I would say Phillip Rivers because at least everything is under one roof. I've always said, if you want to, what is it, plant your seed and multiply? What is it in the Bible? It's be fruitful and multiply, have it all under one roof. I have no issue with people having mass amount of children. In fact, if you do have the means, I'm all for it. If I had the means, I would probably have like 10 fucking, children or something, and have everything underneath one roof because I believe in the nuclear family. But if you're somebody like Nick Cannon, now granted, you have the financials to where you can support all of these children, but as we all know, having been children before, and for those of us who happen to have children, children don't give a fuck about money until a particular kind of age. They care more about the time that you can allocate towards them. And to a certain degree, the experiences that they can have. But oftentimes, it's more predicated on the time that you can have there. And now, if you've got kids in Virginia, Wyoming, Florida, New York, New Jersey, well, at least New York, New Jersey is in close proximity, but it's still states. Delaware, California, Maine, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Vietnamese, wherever the case may be, if you've got these children all over the place, it's impossible to be there for, I don't want to say every moment, but for a great deal of the moments without, neglecting another. So it's better to have everything underneath one roof. So there is that. Miami by 7 as Boston reaches 27. 2 kids in Alabama. You don't want to have that. Now, Jay put 2 on it. Said, what about a parade in New Orleans? A parade in New Orleans. I would go to a parade in New Orleans. Hell, I should have went to Mardi Gras one of these times. Now, is Mardi Gras the first? No. I think it's the second week of February. So if I'm not mistaken, it would be after the Super Bowl and before the NBA All-Star Weekend. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Super Bowl and All-Star Weekend are usually weekends apart. But I definitely want to go to a Mardi Gras. So in New Orleans, I have to go back to New Orleans because I went in 2019. The food was fucking amazing. And I really want to go back and experience New Orleans again. I really enjoyed my time out there. Bang! Another 3 is good. Miami by 12. So I definitely want to go out back out there. Braylon put 2 on, said, if you do win, do I DM you the address and ship to the PS5? Well, for one, Braylon, because you frequent the stream so much, I'm most likely going to, you know what? I should go live the day after. I'll go live the day after of rather than just select the name with the wheel of names, because I would just make a video and then have the video there. I'll probably go live, do it live, and then at that point, the winner, announce the winner, and then immediately go and reach out there so that way it's going to be that much easier. But, yeah, the winner, I would reach out. The only the difficulty would be the Instagram handle. I can at least DM you, and say, hey, you've won. What is your email? Whatever the case may be. YouTube channel, it's going to be a bit more difficult. So I would have to see if I can find your email there, or I would have to find like a comment or something and then search. But there are different methods to where I can find the channel. So I'm going to, oh, wow, what a great alley-oop over there for Miami to go back up by 11. But I'm going to make it work. So if you do win, then, of course, I would email you and or DM you and get your address and then ship it to you toot sweet. You would get it within 2 days. Or was it shorter? Like Peyton, when you won the PS5 and I had to send it to the godforsaken Bronx, did you get it the next day? I can't recall. But where have I sent the PS5s were to Virginia, the Bronx, unfortunately, and then there was somewhere else. And then for the if Sherrod was in here, he won an Xbox. Micah won an Xbox, and Drake also won an Xbox as well. So I can't remember which states they were in. I remember one was in Maryland or something of that nature. So you get it damn near immediately. And I'm not like one of those other channels like, oh man, you just got to follow this page that's not even associated with me. Like legitimately, I spent my money. I buy these joints. You don't have to do anything. I ship it to you. You ain't got to pay no money. Oh man, you got to pay for shipping. I don't do none of that shit. I legitimately just, all right, cool. Yo, somebody want it? Bam, there you go. You know, I remember when I was shipping, when on Patreon every quarter I was giving out an iPad. The only problem was fucking Apple. I don't know if they were short on iPads or some shit, but they weren't sending, like, legitimately, I would order the iPad in like January. Some bitch wouldn't come to me until May. And then I had to ship it to somebody. I'm like, yeah, I can't do iPads no more. So I'm trying to figure out what else I could go and give out. But Miami, by 13, everybody is getting baskets right now. E. Wright, Patuon, say, eat a nice helping of gumbo. I think I had gumbo one time when I was down there. Jambalaya was great, but the gator meat, was by far what blew me away the most, because I had never had gator until I went down there. It's kind of tough, to bite into, but nevertheless, very, very good. Really enjoyed that. MDJ, Patuon, said, scared that she will say no and I lose my friend. Now, here's the thing. If she tells you no, then you know. But do you want to spend, let's just say you guys are friends for the remainder of your life, never really knowing? So that's where I would leave it with that. Greg Ward put 10 on it, said, let me switch things up for a second, please. You're on a 10-hour road trip, and you can only listen to these 4 artists. Who would it be? Okay, so, good Lord. BTS, Pete and Baz, Coast Contra, and Toby... good Lord, if I wish I could pronounce that last name. But and who could I listen to? So these are the 4 that you would listen to? Oh no, you say or. So I can only choose one of those 4. I would probably now if I'm on a road trip with somebody, like if I was with Sis Adonis, I'd probably take BTS because she's a fan of BTS. So there'd be that. But yeah, I don't think I've listened to a single song of any of them. Well, outside of BTS, I think I've heard 2 songs. So there is that. But good Lord, yeah, I'll probably have to listen to. Is Pete and Bass like the those 2 old people who was rapping, or is that, do I have the wrong individuals? Oh yeah, those are the old guys who rap. Yeah, the British old guys who rap. Yeah, I'll probably choose them. I saw a couple of their videos on Facebook. Toby, now that I think about it, let me Google Toby. Who's this Toby guy? Toby. He looked familiar. Oh, I've seen this guy before. Never heard a song, but I've seen this guy before. Oh, well. I think I would still take the British rappers, though. I can't lie to you. I think I'd probably still take the British rappers. Ah, okay. Interesting. What do you know? It's not a bad question, Greg. It's not a bad question. Well, no, I might have to look into those artists, man. I'm gonna listen to a song of each of those artists, and then listen to one of those songs of each of those artists, and I'll probably come up with another decision perhaps next time. And to answer the question, top 5 Mavericks that was asked before I went into the donations. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those who just tapped into the stream or you have been watching, if you have not hit the like button already, please go ahead, hit the like button. Like buttons are free. Why not? Cheers to the individuals who are hitting the like button and those who have yet to hit it. Cheers to you. We're drinking Chardonnay. Straight out of the bottle, might I add. You know what's interesting to me about alcohol? Why don't they put nutrients facts on the alcohol bottles, huh? Why is that? They should put nutrients facts on the alcohol bottles. I don't know if it'd make a substantial difference with sales or whatever, but I've always wondered, why do they even do that? I think it's on beer. Actually, no, I don't think it's on beer cans. Maybe the case. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't recall. But why is that? But Marcus Smart at the free throw line right now, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Smart at the free throw line. Miami by 13 still. Ooh, long rebound. Nope. Is it going to be Miami ball? Yes, it is. Miami basketball. Miami by 13 points, 46-33. Before I list off the Mavericks, let me go down the list and tell you guys some statistics that's going down right now in this game. So, for Miami, once again, their leading scorer in the first half is Caleb Martin with 11 points, followed by Gabe Vincent with 10 points. Bam Adebayo with a dunk now has 9 points. And then, would you believe, Jimmy Butler, 2 points on 3 shots. Meanwhile, for the Celtics, oh, well, Butler just got himself a steal. He's going to keep it himself. No, Bam is going to kick it over to the corner. Duncan Robinson tries a 3. Bang! Miami's lead has ballooned up to 18. Meanwhile, for the Celtics, Jason Tatum with 9, Al Horford with 8, Jaylen Brown with 8 as well, and Robert Williams has 4, but they are struggling right now. Down by 18 with 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And here's the problem that I have when the Celtics are trailing by double figures, right? At least pushing towards 20 when we talk double figures, right? Here's the oh, wow, Duncan Robinson with a deep 3. It's a brick. I don't know why he tried that. Now, oh, my God. Kyle Lowry with a bad foul on Marcus Smart. Jesus Christ, Marcus Smart all right? Because he's been having a fucked up calf for some time. But that's a tough foul on Kyle Lowry. I wonder what happened there. Oh, Kyle Lowry was trying to go. Yeah, he was trying to get around, and Marcus Smart didn't see him, or maybe he did see him and then went to. Oh, yeah, he did see him. Marcus Smart is smart. I see why his last name is Smart. Marcus is very smart. He saw Kyle Lowry sprinting to try to get back, so he immediately went towards his left. How is that the 4th foul on Kyle Lowry? What the fuck is he doing? Kyle Lowry has 4 fouls. Does he have all of Miami's fouls? How does Kyle Lowry have 4 fouls? He came off the bench. Who picks up 4 fouls coming off the bench? My heavens, what the hell is Kyle Lowry doing? God damn, his favorite artist must be Selena Gomez. Can't keep my hands to myself. What's wrong with him? How you get 4 fouls? You coming off the bench. That's incredible, bruh. Somebody tell that brother to relax. They're going to need to. He ain't going to see the floor until there's like 6 minutes in the third quarter. My God. What's wrong with him? 4 fouls? Yo. Asher said 4 fouls is crazy. It's crazy. You coming off the bench, you got 4 fouls in the first half. If you a starter and you got to play heavy minutes, that's one thing. Kyle Lowry played 11 minutes. This man got 4 fouls. That's incredible. ESPN is still saying that he has 3, but they said he got 4 on television. But that is incredible, bro. What is going on? Miami with a chance to push this lead to 20. Golly. That man bugging. Don't y'all start talking about his posterior. But we'll talk about their percentages from the field. I'm pretty sure Al Horford just destroyed one of my pickums. But Miami is shooting a crazy 66% from the field. 2/3 of their shots are going in. They're 20 of 30 from the field. Meanwhile, for Boston, they're shooting 40% from the field, 33% from 3. The problem is Miami is shooting 53% from 3. Miami's made 5 of 6 free throws. Boston has made 1 of 3. Did somebody get teched up? What the hell just happened? Oh, Marcus Smart just got a technical foul. Boston's actually out-rebounding Miami. Boston has 7 offensive rebounds. And if I'm not mistaken, of those 7, Robert Williams has to have about like 3. How many offensive rebounds? Exactly 3. Every single Robert Williams rebound has been offensive rebounds. That man has had every single rebound. Oh, wait a minute. Does the score nullify? Was the tech before or after the? Oh no, it was after the basket. Okay, yeah. So 1 shot technical, and they keep the basket. Good job on the referees there. But Miami's getting killed on the offensive rebound glass right now. But still, Boston is down by 19 at the moment. Both teams have 20 points in the paint. Boston has led by as much as 3. Miami, their biggest lead being 20 simple moments ago, and Jimmy Butler just made the largest lead, 21. Now, total turnovers, Boston has 8, Miami with 4. If you guys haven't already hit the like button or the subscribe button, please feel free to do so. Miami on a 10-2 run. Joe Mazzulla, let me tell you something. Ime Udoka understood momentum in basketball games, and he knew how to use timeouts. Joe Mazzulla, every single game of this series, has allowed a double-digit run to extend. He doesn't call timeout to nip it in the butt. He's allowed a double-digit run to extend to damn near its absolute maximum before he goes and calls a goddamn timeout. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me whatsoever. But there is that. Now, to answer the question, top 5 Mavericks of all time that I would have. Okay, so straight out of the gate, number 1 has to be Dirk Nowitzki, right? There is no person who embodies the Dallas Mavericks like Dirk Nowitzki. Duncan Robinson's three-pointer does not fall. Cody Zeller trying to over here try to play a fucking defense over there. Did not work out in his favor. Good pass across the court there. Duncan Robinson could have had himself a steal, but they're gonna be a basket there for Jaylen Brown. So, best Dallas player all time would be Dirk. So he's obviously number 1 on the list of Dallas players. Then, Duncan puts in a 3. The lead is now up to 2. 22, that is. Then, do I want to? I want to put Steve Nash. Luka is in my 5. Now, I wouldn't say at number 2, but Luka is in my 5. I actually wouldn't say Sean Marion because Sean Marion, I believe, was better in Phoenix than he was in Dallas, so I would not go with the Matrix for Dallas. I would say Jason Terry, although he was integral to that championship game, I would not necessarily put Jason Terry in their top 5 players all time. Michael Finley, I actually can, or maybe even, well, no, not Josh Howard. I wouldn't go Josh Howard. Dallas. There's a Dallas player in the who's a Dallas player in the 80s? Or was it in the 90s? There's somebody I'm overlooking. Steve Nash. So Dirk, Luka, Nash. Is it McGuire? No, I don't think it. Easy said McGuire. Is it Mark Aguirre? How long did Mark Aguirre play with Dallas? Is it Mark Aguirre? He played 8 years with Dallas, and then he ended up going and winning with the Pistons. I guess I could. Yeah. I could go with Mark Aguirre. Mark Aguirre, that's one. So Mark Aguirre, no, not Jason Kidd. I would rather Nash on that list than Jason Kidd. Nash was much more integral to Dallas, or I should say he was a better player while on Dallas than Jason Kidd was when he was on Dallas. No, Porzingis, get the fuck out of here. Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete paid for the Jazz, didn't he? Pistol Pete played for, was it not Utah? Yeah, Pistol Pete played for Utah. I wouldn't have him on the how long? Yeah, where'd we get that from? Pistol Pete was on Utah. Or just the Jazz, even when it was in New Orleans. New Orleans Jazz. Yeah, he was in Jazz. He was Jazz. Sean Bradley, well, he's known for T-Mac's nuts. Like, I think Sean Bradley had an intimate relationship with T-Mac's nuts because he was 7'6", but he got dunked on by T-Mac, and that's all motherfuckers remember him for. So, Dirk, Luka, Mark Aguirre, Steve Nash, and Dirk, Luka, Mark Aguirre, Steve Nash, and we're listing top 5 Mavericks players. Last one that I put on the list, Jamal Mashburn. It's not a bad name. Tyson Chandler, I wouldn't put him in the top 5. I'll go ahead and go with Michael Finley. I'll roll with Michael Finley because I like Michael Finley. So we'll do that much. Dwayne put 5 on. Say, how much points does Grant Williams have? Oh, why? Thank you for asking. Grant Williams right now has 2 points. That stupid mole rat motherfucker. Now he has 2 points. And let me read off 17-point lead right now for Miami, leading 59-42. They have dominated on runs because Joe Mazzulla does not understand how to utilize timeouts. This motherfucker got 5 timeouts in his pocket. You might as well use them. Like, I don't understand. You're literally in a situation where you can go down 0-3. Turn the 0-2 to the 0-3. Yeah. You learn how to coach basketball, man. Ime Udoka was so much better, but he was sleeping with coworkers and cheating on Nia Long. Popeye Jones, y'all better stop with Popeye Jones, bro. Leave Popeye Jones again. If the stream that I did on Popeye Jones, or I should say when I was mentioning Popeye Jones initially, if that were to go viral, that man gonna have me murdered, bro. I disrespected him and his entire lineage. There's no reason why I should be bringing up Popeye Jones. He gonna want his restitution. It wasn't very nice. Eric Dampier. Oh, see now y'all get wild. Motherfucker said Eric Dampier. Somebody said Haywood yet? Anybody said Brandon Haywood yet? Anybody said Brandon Haywood yet? Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to relax. Jihadi White. Come on now. Y'all better stop it. Y'all better stop it. They name it up. This man, Money Moore done said Dak Prescott. Y'all need to relax. We talk about Dallas Mavericks. This man said, what about the Dallas Cowboys? Caleb Martin, wide open three-pointer. It's a brick. But Miami by 17, 2:45 on the clock. Here's the thing. Boston can make things interesting if they could cut their deficit down to 10 or 11 going into the break. That can make things incredibly interesting. Now, for Miami, they're going to want to push it to 20. Their best case scenario would be to push it to 20 at the break. So this is still incredibly important. Do not think this game is over by any means. Jason Tatum, great move on Jimmy Butler, but it's an air ball, and the rebound by Brown fails on the putback. Max Strus in transition kicks it over to Jimmy Butler. 2:18 on the clock, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. We got over 1,000 in the building. We only got 400 likes. Come on now. Can we get to 600? That'd be very nice. Oh, wow. Derek White can't get the basket to go, but bitch-ass, bum-ass, motherfucking Grant Williams gets the basket, and back the other way comes Miami. I thought they was going to push it. I guess not. 15-point lead right now for the Heat. But the Celtics have scored 4 straight points. Miami must push this to 20 to go into the break. They cannot allow the Celtics to go in with just down by 10. Gabe Vincent tries a 3, can't get the roll. It's a brick rebound. Derek White, although his hairline is somewhere in the middle of his head, he's on the move inside, and he gets blocked by Cody Zeller of all people. He's a 30-year-old balding man. You can't tell me Cody Zeller doesn't look his jersey number. He looked like he's 44 years old. And one, fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. And one. Jimmy Butler on Grant Williams, bitch ass. Where's my towel? Where's my Heat towel? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Miami. Heat. Miami. Heat. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Fuck you, Grant Williams. Miami. What? Miami. Heat. Miami. What? Miami. Fuck you, Grant Williams. I hope all the food that you order the next 3 days aren't very tasty. I hope they're not good, tasty delicacies. You stupid motherfucker, you. Notice how everybody else on the floor wearing different sneakers. Well, actually, Marcus Smart wearing the same sneakers as well. Grant Williams and Marcus Smart both decided we're going to wear neon-colored sneakers. We love the way that they look. I bet they glow in the dark. Fucking losers. Not Marcus Smart. He's a winner. But fuck you, Grant Williams. I respect the Celtics organization. I respect 14 of the 15 active players on the Celtics roster. But Grant Williams, he can eat a dick. Now, when the season is over, I got no smoke for Grant Williams. But as long as basketball is happening and they are in between, those blackened sidelines, Grant Williams got problems with me. That's all I got to say about that. The smartest of markets. Adrian, yes, I did get your link earlier. Put 5 on. Said, would I accept $5 million? Would I accept $1 million knowing Grant the Bum Williams would get $5 million? So wait a minute. Would I accept $1 million knowing that Grant Williams is going to get $5 million? Fam, Grant Williams fixing to get $5 million without me getting anything. Of course I'm going to take that money. I'm not trying to stop the man from making money. I want him to be able to feed his family. Come on now. I ain't advertising for the man to lose his job. However, I'd be foolish to not accept $1 million just because he getting 5. Listen, we both fixing to eat. I'm not gonna jeopardize that bag. Listen, I'm furthest from delusional now. I'm leaving here with something. I'm taking money. All right, that's $1 million. All right, I'm leaving here with something. You ain't gotta tell me twice. David G. Put 2 on it. Said time for hard mode. Top 5 Hornets. Okay, so top 5 Hornets. Obviously, we can't count. Well, that now makes me wonder. So if you say top 5 Hornets, right? Are we when the Hornets were no longer okay. Top 5 Hornets shit. Okay. It's a good one. We're going to talk about this at halftime. 61-46, 2-second differential between the see, that's the question I was going to ask, right? Because we're talking Charlotte, not like New Orleans or whatever the case was. So we can't have the David West. We can't have the oh wow, Jimmy tries a jumper, can't get that one to go, no foul call. Oh wow, the ref done fell into the doggone thing. But 15-point lead going into the break, that's not too bad for Miami. 15-point lead, that's not too bad for Miami. That's still a pretty good doggone differential versus, you know, it being 11 or 10. So that's not too bad right there for Miami. Now, top 5 Hornets. So for one, Del Curry is on that list. I have enough respect for Muggsy Bogues to have Muggsy Bogues on there as well. And we have now reached halftime. So there is that as well. Was Alonzo in Charlotte before he ended up coming? Was it Charlotte? It was a team with blue. I think it was and Jamal Mashburn, I think he was Jamal Mashburn must have been big in Charlotte. Yeah, oh no, Alonzo, no, he was only there 3 years. Was it Mashburn? Who the fuck was the Charlotte guy in the 90s? Was it Mashburn? No, he was in Dallas. He came to Charlotte later. Who the fuck was the Charlotte guy in the 90s? There was a Charlotte guy in the 90s. Larry Johnson. Yeah, Larry Johnson. Wasn't Larry Johnson big in Charlotte? There was a motherfucking, was it Larry Johnson? Ended up coming over to the Knicks. Larry Johnson was big in Charlotte. Yeah, Larry Johnson was all right in Charlotte. Okay. All right, yeah, Larry Johnson at 5 years. Okay, so Larry Johnson in Charlotte, because I'm thinking the 90s. So I know Del Curry's on the list. Larry Johnson. Del Curry's on the list. Larry Johnson. How long was Glenn Rice in? Oh, I see people putting Glenn Rice up in there. How long was Glenn Rice in Charlotte? I'm trying to do it off the top of my head, but I'm trying to think 90s. How long was Glenn Rice in Charlotte? How long was Glenn Rice in Charlotte? How long was he in Charlotte? Oh no, he was only in Charlotte 3 years. I can't. Oh boy, but he was dogging. Fucking was All-Star all 3 years in Charlotte. Come on now. His only All-Star years was in Charlotte. I gotta have Glenn Rice on that list then. I got to put Glenn Rice on that list then. Because I remember Glenn Rice more for his days in Miami. And, of course, you know, winning that championship in L.A. But I primarily remember, because me being a Heat fan and knowing a bit of their lineage, I remember him more for that. But I would have to say, so if that's the case, I would say Del Curry, Larry Johnson, Glenn Rice, Alonzo Mourning, and Muggsy Bogues. That'd be my 5 because I gotta put Muggsy I put Muggsy on there. How long did Muggsy stay in Charlotte? Yeah, he was there for a little bit. So, yeah, and I'll put Muggsy in there because he had a hell of a tenacity out there, and he was well-respected. So I'll put him up in there as well. So that would be that. No, because with Charlotte, no, because I would rather, if I was doing like a New Orleans, then I would have fucking A. David West up in there because that was one of the things that came to mind. So there was that. Now, Mark Jackson put 5 on it. Said start, bench, cut. Kobe got drafted, but he never played a doggone game, so I would never do that. Start, bench, cut. Paul Millsap, Taj Gibson, Josh Smith. Okay, so straight out of the gate, without question, I'm starting Paul Millsap. There's no reason why Millsap should not start. Next, I would bench Josh Smith. Taj Gibson's getting cut. This isn't even a difficult one to think. Taj Gibson's getting cut. Like, come on now. That's too simple. Next, J Money Talks, but 5 on it, said, my man, we need the origins of the Grant Williams hatred. Well, if you go back to last year's streams during the Eastern Conference Finals, I had a problem with the way that Grant Williams played, right? Now, I've said time and time again, I have no problem with physical basketball. I love physical basketball. I love the physicality of it. I love the contact of it. I love the trash talk of it. I love all of that shit. The problem that I have is when you start to go towards the point where it gets dirty. And when I say dirty, I'm talking about not, oh, well, I go for a hard foul here and there. It's the unnecessary shit. You getting tangled up with somebody when there was no reason why that would happen. You running back down the floor, but now you like tying your arm underneath somebody's arm in an effort to try to agitate them and get under their skin. I got problems with that. And if you remember last year's conference finals, Grant Williams was getting into it not only with Jimmy Butler on a very much lower end, he was getting into it with PJ Tucker. He was bumping, heavily into like when Tyler Hero was dealing with him, being healthy and or not, he was bumping into him, Kyle Lowry. Because remember, Miami had 4 people who was banged up. Max Strus was banged the fuck up. PJ Tucker banged the fuck up. Jimmy Butler himself banged the fuck up. Tyler Hero banged the fuck up, right? All these guys were, now granted, basketball, sports across the board, whoever can remain somewhat healthy towards the finish line, that's your business, right? You got to be healthy regardless. Every team is dealing with injuries. The problem that I had was Grant Williams damn near intentionally was not necessarily, I don't want to say injured because I don't want to put that on him, right? But it was a lot of unnecessary contact in an effort to agitate. I completely understand enforcers, but enforcers go and set the tone. Grant Williams was just trying to fucking, like he was out there trying to do everything that he can under the sun to bait motherfuckers, and I didn't like that because as it pertains to like playing sports, even when I go and I play pickup somewhere or if I was playing in tournaments or whatever, I always hated the motherfucker who would try to fucking agitate motherfuckers. Like, what do you, fam, we playing basketball, we cooling. Granted, it's a competitive sort of situation over here. What you really trying to do? Because you understand, if I get under your skin so much so to where you swing on me and we both get ejected, you leaving the game hurts your team more than me leaving the game, which I completely understand. But that I had problems with that. So, there is that. No, Manny said I would fuck up Grant Williams. I don't think I could at this stage. I think you give me a year of training. I haven't fought in 13 years. I haven't had a fight in 13 years. So it's been some time. I would love to say, I got the confidence to say I could fight anybody, but Grant Williams would probably get me. And if I'm not mistaken, he about like, 6'8"? So I'd be body shot Poppy, low kick Poppy. But at this stage right now, I don't think I'd be able to get him. I'd put up a hell of a fight, but I don't think I'd be able to get him. Because already, it's going to be a battle of having to outlast each other. Now, granted, I got some endurance. I got a little bit of durability, right? But he has the benefit of punching downward. I got to fucking punch upward if I'm aiming for the fucking face, and that's going to be a problem. Like, I got long arms, but all it's going – that's too much – that's too much doggone effort. I'm going to have a bad time. So I would have to be, trained in attacking the midsection, blocking, all the other additional stuff. So I'd have to be body shot Poppy. So that there would be that. Trust. Patuan said, been oiling your meat. Let's go heat. Whoa, wait a minute. Sir. We watching the Miami Heat. We didn't come here to watch you beat. Sir, what is wrong with you? You say your name is Trust Mike. I no longer want to trust you, sir. What are you talking about? You've been oiling your meat, and you talking about let's do this heat. Sir, what kind of heat you getting into? Where is the heat emanating on your body? You should be, enjoying the game, sir. That's a violation right there. Flag on the play. I got yellow Post-its right here. That's a flag on the play. All right, sir? That's a flag. That's a flag, sir. That's a flag. Get it together. What's wrong with you? Talking about oiling meats and shit. What's wrong with this man? We trying to watch a basketball game. What's the matter with him? Rose said, I skipped your donation. Oh, no, I could always scroll up and go back, brother. Top 5 South Park characters. Cartman is number 1 for me. Cartman is number 1. 2 is Chef. Really love Chef. 3, Mr. Garrison. That would be 4. Actually, no. 1, Cartman. 2, Randy Marsh. You could actually argue Randy is number 1. But Cartman, Randy Marsh, Chef, Mr. Garrison, and then this is tough. Timmy. No, I think I would say Kenny, because the old South Park where Kenny was legitimately dying every episode was fucking hilarious. Like, it was so inconvenient and hilarious. So, no. Butters at 5. Thank you so much, G. Butters. LB also said Butters. Butters at 5. In fact, I would actually put Butters. I'd put Butters in front of Chef. I'd put Butter and actually in front of Mr. Garrison as well. Butters. Yeah, so good question. Braylon also said Jason Kidd, but no, I wouldn't have him on the list of the Mavericks. So there was that. Joshua said, well, you put 5 on it, and you said, since we're talking top 5s, here's your top 5 Indiana Pacers. Detlef Schrempf, okay. That's an interesting last name. I can't recall that, brother. For the Pacers. Yeah, I'm pulling a blank on that one. Antonio Davis, Rick Smits, Derek McKee, and Reggie Miller. Interesting. Okay. I see why somebody mentioned forgetting Paul George. Even Jermaine O'Neal, perhaps on those Pacers. I would also even argue throwing in like an Artest or something. But then Indiana players, my God, I'm not very well briefed on Indiana players like that. Like I couldn't tell you outside of Reggie in the 90s. I wouldn't know, so I wouldn't be able to aid you there on those. But seems like a solid 5. I don't know. I know Antonio Davis. I actually remember Antonio Davis more from I think when he was in Toronto than when they had the purple jerseys, early 2000s. That's where I recall Antonio Davis for, but I can't remember any additional Pacers like dating outside of Reggie in like Reggie, Jalen Rose in the 90s going backwards. I can't. Like I didn't know much of the squad at that point. No, Danny Granger, no, I don't think he would make that list. Roy Hibbert had 2 years, and that man fell off the fucking planet. I'll never forget, he had a 0 rebound game in a playoff game. I was like, yo, man, cut this man's ACLs in half. Peyton put 2 on it. Said, well, shit, we need the story time on this fight. Well, in due time. Adrian put 5 on it. Said, when you ask a woman how many people they had slept with, and they say just you because everybody else kept her up all night. Well, I mean, if that happened to you, for one, it reminds me of Shawn Michaels and DX. I was up all night. Now, you're going to have a bad time because if that's a lady that you just so happen to be intimate with, if you have a little bit of an ego attached to, her not having been utilized by past relationships, because obviously what the fuck she going to do? Just sit over here and do nothing. But you're not going to have a good time. How many people kept you up? About 17. Oh, my God. Just last year. Oh, my God. So you're going to be having a bad time. Brian put 5 on it and said, tonight marks 23 years since The Undertaker returned as the American Badass at Judgment Day 2000. Ooh, great pay-per-view. Great pay-per-view. I hated that baggy-ass button-up blue shirt that he used to wear. I loved the bandana with the hair flowing out. And, of course, the bike was awesome as well. Mark Jackson put 2 on it. Said, start bench cut, 90s. The glove, Stockton, J. Kidd. I love this question. So, you're talking 90s versions of these guys. So, I'm going to keep it honest with you. And I said this before. I love Gary Payton. John Stockton was a menace, but I love Gary Payton. And mind you, Gary Payton is what comes to your mind when you think menace. People forget how good John Stockton actually was on defense. He doesn't lead the entire NBA in steals all time for no reason. But I would start the glove, I would bench Stockton, and I would cut Kidd. Jason Kidd was great in the 90s, but he wasn't as good as John Stockton and Gary Payton. So I would start the glove, I would bench Stockton, and I would cut Kidd. So that's my my verdict on that. What's Jaylen Brown's next team? Somebody should have the ability to throw the big bag at him. I think he's going to end up going to a losing team, but I'm not going to lie to you. Jaylen Brown probably can go to Portland. I think he can go to Portland. I think James Harden's going to most likely go back to Houston. So Jaylen Brown probably go to Portland. If Philly can pay him, I would go to Philly. Above all teams, I would go to Philly if I was him, if they can afford him or whatever. Casper said Shanghai, China. Oh, heavens. But there is that. Jonathan put a 5 on it and said, I saw this on my Reddit feed. Ohio basketball player used his girlfriend's urine to pass a drug test. It came back positive for pregnancy. Oh, God. Bruh, I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I'd be losing my doggone mind, bruh. I won the battle, but I lost the war. I passed the test, but at what cost? Yet, that's brutal. That is brutal. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure he got cut for trying to violate the fucking test, because that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, shit. Ant White said, what about that second half pick'em? You right. You absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis if you haven't already. They got a second quarter pick'em. I got to get my pick'ems. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. Thank you so much for reminding me. Henry put 20 on it. Says, sup, Chiseled? You got 4 big-ass bottles of man butter in the oven. Lisa Ann on TVs. Brother getting treatment from Jay Zizzle. Carpet covered in a clinic. And legs cramped, Kid Rock screaming, Predator costume in the closet, hashtag buns and butter. Sir, what is the problem with you? Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Sir, what is the problem with you? You talk about man butter and all this other stuff. You need to be dealt with. Somebody go to Henry's house. I don't have time to do the job myself, but somebody need to hit him with the Zendur. Finishing move, son. Somebody fucking finish this man. It's getting ridiculous. Now, here we go here. Jason Tatum, 26 points. I think somebody's going to end up hogging all of the points here. You know what? I'm going to say Jaylen Brown is going to get to 22. Marcus Smart, 9 points. Shit. Malcolm Brogdon, he has 0. Will he get over 7? I think not. Derek White. Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo. I think Bam is going to score here. Kyle Lowry has 4 points. I think he's going to actually probably get, well, he's not going to come in until later in the quarter, but I don't know how aggressive he's going to be. Gabe Vincent, I think he's going to also be productive as well. And then Marcus Smart. No. So then I'll do that there. Can I get this? Did I get it? Did it? Oh, come on now. Son of a bitch. I don't think I got in at time, because one of the doggone, one of the wages, they changed one of the wages. It's too late for me. It's too late for me. God damn it, I didn't get it in time. It didn't work out in my favor. I did not get through in time on the pick'ems for the second half, but one of them is already in the toilet for my other one, because Duncan Robinson has 10 points and Al Horford made 2 threes. So this one right here is in the toilet. And then I still have one that is open right here. So Jaylen Brown, or I should say Bam Adebayo, has to catch a bit more rebounds. Max Strus has to score. Robert Williams has to be less productive. Kevin Love would have to be less productive, and Jimmy Butler would have to score. But judging by the way that this game is going thus far, it doesn't look like I'm going to be making much money. And an and one to begin the quarter for Marcus Smart. 30 seconds into the quarter, the Celtics cut their deficit down to 13. Good God damn it. Looks like tonight's going to be another night where I don't win no doggone money. I didn't make it in time. Nicole Patano said, always appreciate the streams. I appreciate you tuning in to the stream. So cheers to you, Nicole, when we got this Bonita Chardonnay. I'm not a big fan of the Bellas. I'm not a fan of the Bellas at all, but I happened to buy a 6-pack for Sis Adonis. She didn't want it, so damn it, I'm not going to throw away no doggone alcohol. You know I'm fixing to drink it. So cheers to you guys who are tuned into the stream. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Like button is free. Help a brother out. Yo, I might mess around and finish this bottle. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chardonnay tasting a little bit better today. I lost the doggone cap. Where'd the cap go? Where the fuck my cap go? I found it. Now, second half has began. Jimmy Butler, top of the key. Bam, trying to set up a pick. Great defense there from Derek White. But a better jumper from Jimmy Butler. And one. On the jumper, he was waiting to get the call. Finally gets the call and one. Jumper is good. Jimmy Butler begging for the foul. Finally gets it to go. Peyton said, don't get drunk on the stream. I think the closest I ever got drunk to the stream is when I went live with the Chiseled Adonis merch. Oh, by the way, the hoodies, I finally got the confirmation that these motherfuckers is on the way. So I'm going to have that, and then after, I have to then get the T-shirts, and then we should be good. So I know a lot of people been waiting for a fucking restock for like damn near a year, bro. T-shirt business, this clothing business, much more difficult than I thought, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think that was the closest I ever got. Because what we have on stream? How many shots you remember it was? What was it, like 10? 10? How many shots did we have on the stream? And I say we, like it wasn't, like I know you guys probably, there was some of y'all who was drinking behind the screen, but I know I was doing it on the screen. So I can't remember how many shots that we done took of, I think it was the Crown Royale during that stream. It had to be about like 9 or 10, 8, 9 or 10. Shit was crazy, bro. I wasn't losing. I think I started, I think we were live for like 7 hours that night. I forget. That joint was ridiculous. Max Struess puts in a 3. The lead is up to 18, ladies and gentlemen. SG said start, bench, cut. George Mikan, Bob Pettit, Dolph Skates. Okay, so for one, straight off the Bob Pettit start, bench George Mikan. I would cut Dolph, because I'm not well briefed on Dolph. So there is that. It's a tough 3. I'm not well briefed on Dolph. Maybe because the name doesn't jump off for me. But who's this Dolph character? But I like George Mikan. Was great. How Dolph? Like they're all Hall of Famers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're all Hall of Famers. Oh, good God, Dolph was a fucking 12-time All-Star. Jesus Christ. Oh, you can't cut him. You can't cut him. But you can't cut George Mikan. Or Bob Pettit. So, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it where it's at, bro. I'm just gonna keep it where it's at because well, Mikan, actually, I think of all of them, I might have to you might have to cut Mikan. Cause that other dude's a fucking 12-time All-Star, right? That dude's a 12-time All-Star. You're not cutting Bob Pettit. I don't care what you do, you're not cutting Bob Pettit. So, yeah, so with that being the case, Yeah, so I would start Bob Pettit. I would bench George, and I guess I'd cut Mikan. Yeah. They're all on the top 75. They're all on the top 75. Wait, Marcus Smart already has a technical foul. So if he picks up a flagrant, what happens then? You can have a technical and a flagrant one. What happens then? Liddy said, you just got here, and oh, Lord, you see Henry's been here. Yeah, Henry's been here. It's been ridiculous. This is a regular common foul. 10 minutes left to go here in the third, ladies and gentlemen. I think they were saying, oh, yeah, that was a full extension right there. Oh, I think they thought maybe a punch was thrown. K-Dub said should be ejected. See, I've always wondered what happens then if you have an existing technical and then you pick up a flagrant, like obviously a flagrant 2 is an ejection. But if you pick up a flagrant 1 after you already had a technical, I always wondered if that would result in an immediate tossing. Because 2 techs leads to an ejection. So I always wondered what that situation was. Is Tyler Hero on the Heat, says MP1. Yes, he still is on the Heat. He broke his hand in game 1 of the first round against Milwaukee. But they said the soonest that he would be able to return is the NBA Finals. And what do you know? Miami is 2 games away from that, but this game is not over. Oh, Lord, already. Look who's in the game already within 2 minutes. It's that bum-ass, bitch-ass Grant Williams. Good God. Peyton said 9. Half of that Everclear night that you had. I had Everclear? Nah, it had to be a different sort of, it had to be a different, maybe it was tequila or something. I don't think I ever bought Everclear after college. So if it was 9 shots, it was 9 shots or something, but I know it couldn't have been Everclear. Could not have been Everclear. It might have been Terramana. It might have been Terramana. It was either Terramana or Crown Royale, because I remember Macho Time had sent a Crown Royale to my P.O. box or my house. I forget what it was. But it was either Crown Royale or it was something. But it was 9 shots. Yeah, so it was that. Oh, you meant from the story time. Oh, you meant the 16 shots of Devil Springs when I was in college. Oh, yeah, Grant Williams got dunked on. 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 How you like that, you bitch-ass motherfucker? Dunk on him again. Do it again. Yeah, Grant, you got dunked on. Bam put his nutsack on Grant Williams' forehead. 3 from Miami. Gabe Vincent cuts the lead, or I should say extends the lead to 23. Get fucking dunked on, pussy. Get out of here. Grant Williams felt Bam Adebayo's African nutsack on his face. That man got face fucked. Pause. You kidding me? Stop playing. I'm going to rise up. And I rise up next to you. Put my ball sack in your mouth. And there ain't no doubt I dunked on Grant. Hold my nugget, suck my dick. He dunked on Grant Williams. Grant Williams with them neon green fucking highlighter shoes got dunked on with the lights on. You could even see the dunk with the lights off. You kidding me? Dunked all over that man. Send him to the King of Diamonds. He need to be working while neckhead for money. That's the only way he should be out here getting exposure. Put him on OnlyFans. You just got fucked. Grant Williams got dunked on. His mama got dunked on. His daddy got dunked on. His children got dunked on. Everybody got dunked on. What your upper lip smell like? Bam Adebayo scrotum. Huh? Put on some underwear because you going to be somewhere near that man's appendage one way or another. Alley-oop on your face. How you like them apples? Or I should say peaches. Or I should say nuggets. One way or another, it was in your face. The left testicle, the right testicle, all over your shoulder, stupid. Grant Williams feeling all kinds of pain right now. Miami up by 23. Cameo in the building. What's going on? Said you wanted to say go Heat. You're damn right. You're damn right. Go Heat, baby. I got my towel. Heat basketball, baby. Yeah. 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 Miami Heat. Miami Heat. But nevertheless, Grant Williams just got his ass dunked on. Bam Adebayo whispered in his ear, hold my nuggets, suck my dick. You kidding me? Man's just got teabagged. If you smell what Bam Adebayo's nutsack is cooking, Grant Williams said, I know exactly what he's cooking. Because he felt it on his face. Woo! Man got dunked on. He on the sideline right now, feeling all kinds of motherfucking chlamydia right now. He'll know any sort of sexual history that Bam Adebayo got going on because he personally went and inspected that man's appendage. Grant Williams just got an alley-oop dunk on top of him from Bam Adebayo. Bram's nutsack was in Grant Williams' face, and he inspected man's entire doggone scrotum. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? What they talking about? Oh, man. Everybody talking shit. Yo, Miami petty. Oh, whoa. The Celtics are 0-10 when trailing by 20-plus at any point this season. Miami is a perfect 13-0. My heavens. Yeah, Jimmy, everybody being dirty, bro. But here's the one thing I'll say about Jimmy. Jimmy talks shit whether he losing, game tied, or he winning. That's one of the things that I respect a lot about Patrick Beverley. Because Patrick Beverley, he could be down 46. He's still going to talk shit. He could be up by 36. He's still going to talk shit. Game could have just tipped off. He's still going to talk shit. If that's who you are at your core, I got no problem with you. Here's where I have a problem. If you are only a motherfucker who want to talk shit when you winning. That's where I got a problem with you. Wow, Gabe Vincent, another three. Bang, gets it to go. This man can't be stopped. That man is fucking cooking. Party said you can't even trash talk. No, I think you can. It depends on what you say when you're near the official. You using profanity, laced language, I'm pretty sure the official going to tee you up. Yup, I think this is what's going to happen now. Because remember what I said earlier. If Miami can push their lead to 20, it's over for Boston. Because remember, Boston's second half philosophy has been the same for some time now. It's your turn, my turn basketball. If Jaylen Brown is the one who's been relatively hot, he's going to get all of the shot attempts in the fourth. The vast majority, and Jason Tatum is going to play the backfield, and they're not really going to feed him. If it's Jason Tatum who's relatively hot, they're going to feed him. But it all predicated on who has the momentum at the tail end of the third quarter. Because game 1 and game 2, Jaylen Brown simply has not had it. Game 1, Jaylen Brown was much better than he was in game 2. But whoever has momentum in the third quarter, that's who's primarily going to have the ball going into the fourth. But for whatever reason, the Celtics have completely isolated their fourth quarter play. And Jason Tatum has not been aggressive. In fact, I don't think he scored a field goal in either of the fourth quarters in game 1 and 2. I may be wrong, but I don't believe that he has. I think it's all been from the free throw line. And Jaylen Brown himself has not been spectacular because I believe his total fourth quarter points is probably 10 or 11. So with that being the case, if they can't go on a run in this third quarter, it's fucking over in the fourth. Because you know what they're going to do? Jason Tatum is going to bail to the three-point line and try to depend on threes to get him back into the game. Boston is going to have to play the offensive rebound game. Jaylen Brown is going to have to try to slash to the basket, but the problem is they're not going to run an offense. They're not going to try to run plays. They're going to try to run ISO kind of plays that's going to run into the favor of Miami because their help defense is incredibly good against isolation players, and they're going to lose this game. How the fuck did Shaq go down to sit with Pat Riley? He's supposed to be sitting at the booth. Shaq said, fuck that. I got a jersey retired in the stadium. I'm going to go down and sit wherever the fuck I want to sit. But that's the situation with Boston. I said this since game 1. Granted, I'm a Miami fan, so I predicted that they would mess around and win the series regardless. I said since the series against Milwaukee, Miami going all the way. It sounded crazy then. Don't sound too crazy now. But still, wherever the case may be, that's the problem with Boston. They have to go on a run here because there is no way they're going to overcome a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter with the way they played. It's not going to happen. Unless Tatum or Brown has a virtuoso performance, legendary performance in the fourth, if they don't cut this sumbitch to 11, 12 or 11 at the least of the deficit. If they don't cut it to that, they're going to have a bad time. Oh, boy, Gabe Vincent. Oh, I thought he was going to take a three. He didn't. He should have. Caleb Martin takes a three instead, gets that one to go. Jesus Christ. The lead is now 26, ladies and gentlemen. The lead is now, whoa, they said it was a 2. Well, it's 25. Whatever the case is, they're getting punched. Aristotle can have any seat that he wants in Miami. Oh, Lord. Strus gets a layup on the other end of the floor. What's the lead now, ladies and gentlemen? What is the lead now?
27.
27.
27.
27.
27 27
27
Vincent, the lead is 27. It's 27. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Miami by 27. 27. Good God almighty. The Celtics are getting ran off the fucking floor. It's real. 504. Patu said, wrestle Grant Williams or get jumped by the Bud Line. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would take my chances wrestling Grant Williams. He's a basketball player. He ain't a wrestler. Now, if he had amateur wrestling or something that he had done when he was younger, then he probably got me beat because I've never wrestled in my life. But I think if we both had never wrestled, I think I got a chance. Now, granted, Grant Williams is probably stronger than me, but I would, do illegal tactics to get that W. I'll pinch that man's nipple and then get him off balance and see if I could take a W because I'm not getting jumped by the bloodline. Usos, I think I could deal with, but fucking Solo Sikoa, that's going to be a problem. All right, and I feel like Heyman, I can't say what I want to say because it's going to get me blocked. You can't mess with that group of people, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. So I feel like Heyman stink because, I can't do it. It's going to get my channel banned. I can't do it. I really want to do it. It's fucked up. It's completely fucked up. But let's just say, moving forward. Now, Caramel put 2 on, said, what's good, Chiseled? Just want to say go Heat. Yes, indeed. David put 5 on, said, you want to see a dead body? Shows a picture of Grant Williams. Ain't that the truth? Man's got fucking dunked on. What'd he say? Put 2 on, said, this is beautiful, man. I love this team. Ain't that the truth? Chris said, you going to hell. You know exactly what I referenced to, bro. It's not right. So with that being the case, Miami by 27, leading heavily over the Boston Celtics. Let me give you some doggone stats right now. Say it on Twitter. Come on now. Can't do that. Peyton said, nah, you can't just push by the you know. So with that being the case, Boston trailing 83-56. Right now, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both are leading all scorers for the Celtics with a whopping 12 points apiece. Meanwhile, for Miami, Gabe Vincent leading the way with 18 points. Caleb Martin follows with 13. Jimmy Butler with 12, Bam Adebayo with 11, Max Strus with 10, Duncan Robinson with 10. Miami has 6 players in double figures again. Kevin Love left this game in the first quarter. Never returned, did not need to return. He gave 5 points. Kyle Lowry picked up, they said 4 fouls, but it's still showing 3 fouls in the first half. He hasn't even checked back into this game yet. I'm pretty sure he'll probably check in now. But everything is rolling for Miami. And Boston has committed, like, you know what's crazy? With the early calls that they had, it's really only 15-9 fouls right now. And at the free throw line, Miami has shot, they've made 9 free throws. Boston has made 3. So even if you gave the same free throws made, you know, let's just say we added 6 more points from the free throw line, Boston is still losing by 19 because Miami is shooting 63% from the field, 52% from 3. Boston is fucking 23% from 3. Miami's made 12 threes. Boston has made 5. That is incredible. Miami's actually still getting outscored in the paint, but that's not changing nothing at all, bro. Strus almost put in a crazy-looking 3. If they push this lead to 30, they're going to be in a bad way. Good God. Miami just dominating this game. Brian put 2 on, said, with this lead, I think Jeffrey Dahmer's in Miami. Shit, Ted Bundy's in Miami. Aileen Wuornos is in Miami. All kinds of necrophilia fixing to go down out here. Oh, Caleb Martin got the layup, and it goes. The lead is 29, ladies and gentlemen. Triggy put 2 on it. Said, who do I hate more and why? Bum-ass Grant Williams or Lana? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll probably say Lana. I really, really dislike Lana. I didn't mind the fact that she tried. Of course she tried, but she was just incredibly annoying, and it was never going to work. She had no real intention of being a wrestler. Now, she was working towards it, but you couldn't fool me. You know damn well she was there because she was attached to Rusev, and why you think right now all she doing is premium photos here, TikToks, whatever the case may be. She's not interested in wrestling. Come on now. So I dislike Lana a bit more. She was one of those, hey, I have a pretty face, I'm gonna leverage it. Obviously, you know, you utilize what you can, but don't try to make it seem as if this is something that you really, 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 really wanted. It wasn't. Come on now. Keep it a buck now. Dut Reacts put 2 ones on it. We appreciate that. Maya's World put 2 on it. Said wrestle Grant Williams in a TLC or Brock Lesnar. Oh, come on now. I'm wrestling Grant Williams. Why would you even suggest battling Brock Lesnar? Why would I do that to myself? That man is going to freaking bend my body in half all day. Only place I'm going to is
Suplex City, bitch. 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 Suplex City, bitch.
Suplex City, bitch. But the lead is 31. The lead is 31. Bitch-ass Grant Williams is still on the floor, by the way. Now, on the court for the Celtics is Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, and Max Strus. Oh, I guess they wanted to switch the isolation. Here's my only concern, right? Here's my only concern. That's a foul on the floor on Grant Williams. But I think they're going to call the foul on Robert Williams. Here's my only concern with Miami, right? I'm not going to sit here and say Boston recognizes they're going to lose this game because, of course, there's still time on the clock and anything can happen. This is playoff basketball. Boston is a very capable team. But, here's my only concern. You have a situation where a player is suspended for game 4 or picks up a tech. because they get into it with a Celtics player, i.e. Grant Williams, or there's a fight situation that can lead to a suspension. I think the first time I said injury, and then injury or suspension. That's one thing that I'm afraid of, because now reality would set in. There's never been a team 0 in 159 when trailing 3-0 in a series. No team has ever made a comeback and won 3 straight games. So or I should say 4 straight games. So with that being the case, at least in the NBA, it's happened on 4 different occasions in the NHL, according to you guys in the chat. I appreciate you guys for that. And I think one time in baseball being the Red Sox and Yankees in 2004. But outside of that, you're in a situation where you have nothing to lose. So why not say, all right, cool, I'm going to get you suspended for game 1 of the NBA Finals, or I'm going to get you suspended for whatever the case may be. So you would hope that you avoid some shit like that. So there is that. Now, oh, wait a minute. I almost fucked up. Oh, Lord, the mic coming loose again? What is going on? I'm going to have to tighten this son bitch. I'm just going to leave it right here. It's fine where it's at, but I'm going to have to leave this son bitch right here. Maybe I might have to drill this into the table, because this other arm ain't working no more, because it actually put a dent in the doggone table. I'd show it to you, but that'd be ridiculous. Payne said, yeah, we don't need to talk about that. Hey, back in the early 2000s, I was watching baseball as a kid. I saw the Yankees win the 2000 World Series. And I guess I'm not a big baseball fan. That's why I don't mention them. But remember, I became a Heat fan and a Steelers fan both in 2000. I also became a Yankee fan in 2000. But I don't consider myself a Yankee fan because I don't watch baseball like that. But 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, all of those fucking failures of those Yankees teams, I felt them when I went to school, because one of my friends was big into baseball or whatever, and we would speak about it. I see this man fucking devastated, but we're not talking about that right now. Peyton said, why did I stop? Oh, because I started playing the other sports, and I never had an opportunity to play baseball. I think if I had a chance to play baseball, I probably would have still, been into baseball, but I never had a chance to, go ahead and play it. So I was playing football at obviously recess or before school, and then basketball in school, after school. Baseball, there was never an opportunity for me to go. And there wasn't a team that was a couple of blocks away from where I live, but my parents, they never let me play any Pop Warner or anything of that nature. So since that was the case, and I had my heart pretty much set on football, my interest in baseball fell off. But I kind of wish that I played. But 2 or 3 months from now, soon enough, I mean, when it's announced that it's going to happen, but it's going to be Pros versus Joes. I'm going to be joining Urinating Tree 5-Point Vids and Company. We're going out to Portland. We fixing to play a little baseball. So when they announce everything, I'll come forward and I'll talk about it when everything is set in stone. So I can't say nothing right now because I don't want to prematurely speak about the situation, but we're working on it. So we'll have a vlog about it and everything like that. And hey, if you have people who's out there on the West Coast, and you want to pop through, I'll tell people, yo, I'm out here. Come and meet me. So there is that. So and I believe that it's going to go down in July. So July is going to be heavy on, subscriber interaction, going to BlurredCon, going to DreamCon, going out to Portland. So there is that. Is it going to be on TV? No, I don't think it's going to be on TV, but it's going to be streamed. So it's going to be, what the hell was Kyle Lowry doing? That man is tripping. Lead is still 31 right now, though. A couple more donations. 4th and 1 for 5 on it. Said, yo, Chisel, do I know who the Colorado Campfire is? I do not. Caesar put 5 on it. Said, God damn it. God damn, it's going to be Miami versus Denver for the finals. Who do I have? Of course, I'm rolling with Miami. I am a Miami fan. And I will be going down to Miami for a game. I can't go for 2 games because unfortunately the final schedule is already set. So with that being the case, I can't go there for game 3 and 4. I can only fly there for game 3. But there is no doubt in my mind I'm going there for game 3. So there is that. That's going to be a heavy travel week because I got to go to fucking Atlanta at the end of that week regardless. So there is that. David put 5 on said, since your Celtics are getting kicked to sleep, how do I feel about the inferior Josh Allen versus the superior Josh Allen matchup this year in London? Did Josh Allen ended up leaving the Jaguars? Whatever the case may be. I'm excited for it. Hey, Josh Allen versus Josh Allen last time really delivered, so I'd hope this time it delivered. Kyle Lowry tries a floater, can't get that one to go. Oh, now Jason Tatum's going to get himself a dunk, and that's a basket that they needed. Cut the deficit down to 29. Oh, wow. Miami's going to go ahead and call timeout. They don't like what they've seen on the floor. Anthony put 5 on it. Said, do I have any choice of any signature move on an opponent? Who you hitting with what? Signature move on an opponent. I really like the Blue Thunder Bomb. I think that's a very cool looking signature move. So I'd probably say the Blue Thunder Bomb. I really enjoy that one. Or, Michaels used the super kick as his finish now. But yeah, I'd probably say Blue Thunder Bomb and a spear. I think like a Batista spear. He didn't really finish matches with a spear. Or I should say Goldberg finished matches with the spear, so I can't say that, and then jackhammer. But yeah, Blue Thunder Bomb. I really enjoyed Blue Thunder Bomb. Kenny put 5 on it. Said friendly reminder that ESPN was giving Miami a 35% likelihood to win the series entering this game with a 2-0 lead. Yes, indeed. They had 3-0. They had 3% chance at the beginning of the series. I think it went up to like 10% going into game 2. Now 35%. I'm curious what the percentage is going to be at the conclusion of this game. If it's not 100 or 90 something, I don't know what the fuck they're going to try to put there. Lucas put 220 on it. Said, I know hockey is a smaller sport, but I think you'd enjoy it. I went to 2 Rangers games last year, and I really enjoyed that. That was very fun. I think hockey is a sport that I probably can get into, but I would have to isolate myself for a season to really get an opportunity to go and watch that. Oh, shit, this Bob McAdoo's in the house. How cool is that? Alex, 251, put 2 on it. Said, if the Heat win tonight, Shannon going to have a stroke. Well, I don't know if he chose Boston to go ahead and win game 2, but whatever the case may be, we might have 2 3-0 series getting ready for game 4s on Monday and Tuesday. So time will tell what that'll show. Oh, Duncan Robinson might pull up a 3 from a distance over here. I love the fact that Miami is keeping Jimmy in the game, and they're playing as if, you got to close it out. Oh, wow, they letting Cody Zeller go to work. Get a basket inside, big man. Let's go, big man. You look like a skinhead, but it works. Cody Zeller is a 30-year-old man who looks like he's fucking 44. He looks like his jersey number. It's looking ridiculous. He chose Boston to win game 3 and game 2 and 3. Yeah, he looking real stupid right now, ain't he? He looking real stupid right now, ain't he? Getting 30-piece without using Hero Oladipo is crazy. No, you want to know what's even wilder? Getting 30-pieced when Jimmy Butler isn't even the leading scorer is crazy. That's where you would say it's crazy. The lead is back. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's another basket. Jimmy Butler, another basket. Give it to him. Come on now, he cooking. Come on, he cooking. 16 points for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, 16. Adebayo, 13. Gabe Vincent, 18. Caleb Martin, 15. Duncan Robinson, 10. Max Strus, 10. Getting pieced, and Miami don't even have a 20-point score yet is incredible, bruh. You can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. You're getting 30-piece right now. Boston need to get kicked. I hope Miami can hold them under 80. I would love if Miami can hold them under 80. That would be magnificent. That would be magnificent. I need 25 from Jimmy, says Jordan. I don't think that's going to happen. I ain't going to lie to you. Unless he were to hit another basket over here, then it's a possibility. Nope, not going to happen. White not even going to take a shot at the end of the quarter. 30-point lead for Miami. Woo! Shit. Piece of me kind of want to drink the whole bottle, but I ain't going to do that. I done walked 5 miles today. What's the purpose of me fucking drinking a whole goddamn bottle of Chardonnay and reversing that joint? Demi Beast put 5 on it. Say, hey, you're 6'6", 240. Should you lose weight and do basketball or do football since you're more likely to get a scholarship? You're 17. Love the videos. Okay, so you're 17. I would assume that you're getting ready. You're a junior or a senior? Or have you graduated high school? Because if you're asking if you should do basketball or football, likely to get a scholarship, I would assume that you're going into your senior year. To be quite honest with you, see if you can do both. I would see if you can do both because basketball season starts at the tail end of football season. But if I were you, I would see if you can do both. Jared said Coach Spo is so godly underrated because he coached with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron James. They didn't give him his credit. And then after, that 2016 Heat team was special. They had a chance, man. They had a fucking chance to go and meet the Cavs in the conference finals. But fucking Joe Johnson's inability to show up in the conference. I will never not have smoke for Joe Johnson. But if they had beaten Toronto and went to the conference finals, I think the Cavs would have still won the series. But I think they would have given Coach Spo some credit. But I hope now people can really, really take a look. Like it's criminal he doesn't have a Coach of the Year. He should have had it last year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But Dre said Joe Johnson was so bruh. That playoff run, I sold Joe my fucking ass, bro. I wanted. If I was playing video games at the rate that I was when I was younger, I would have created Joe Johnson in every wrestling game that I had and fucking kicked his ass, bro. Because that shit pissed me off, bro. I think he had 5 points in like 3 games combined. This motherfucker had so many opportunities. And it's one thing if you shoot and miss. It's another thing if you just refuse to go and score. Like that joint, oh my God, it pisses me off. Till this day, I've never forgotten. I have never forgotten. Like I remember I was working in the park, fucking stealing Wi-Fi from the company, streaming these games, losing my mind, screaming for Joe Johnson to shoot. Game 7, this man, unwilling. It was ridiculous. Hit that man with a clubbing blow. But, yeah, so Demi Beast, I would say see if you can do both. Now, if you're 6'6", 240, I would definitely say go ahead and lose weight because at 6'6", if you're playing football, what position can you really play 240, 6'6"? Tight end, you're gonna be more of a blocker. So I would say get your strength up, unless of course you got good hands or whatever the case may be. So get your strength up. You got time. It's late May. You can get if you give yourself a solid 3 months, eat protein. Of course, you get your cardio. You're young, so you can do whatever the fuck and make it work. But really commit to it. You can be an absolute beast by August. But you would have to literally start tomorrow. So you're looking at offense. You'll probably be a D. You're on offense. You'll probably be a tight end. You can play tackle. Because at that size, you should be able to play on the O-line, no problem. But when you go to college, it's going to be difficult. So they'll mess around and transition your shit. But I would say, without question, get your strength up at that. And then with conditioning is everything. Because when you go to college, you got to be fucking in shape. You want to get a scholarship, you got to be in shape. So you got to be outlast motherfuckers. I would start running wind sprints tomorrow. I'm running the scale. When I was in college, we did something that we used to call running the scale. I'm fixing to put on the alarm after I mentioned the scale. We used to run the scale. If Darren is in here, he was my college teammate. We used to run the scale. If you remember Hell Week, or I should say training camp, getting ready for the season in college, 10 hundreds, 990s, 880s, 770s, 660s, 550s, 440s, 330s, 220s, 110, and then we would go right the fuck back up. We'd only do it a couple of times in the first, 2 weeks of coming back to campus, but legitimately, that's what we was doing. So, you're in a spot where, you better be in fucking, be in shape. But getting a scholarship, it's difficult. I had a partial scholarship, but it was more academic than it was athletic. In fact, I don't believe that it was associated to, I think, like the player who had the highest like average or some shit like that. And I was tied with one of my high school teammates, so I ended up getting like a partial. But then when I went to college, I didn't know I needed to make, I think it was the dean's list. I think that's what they called it. No, I think the dean's list is 3.7 and higher. I needed to maintain a 3.5 through the first 2 semesters. I had a 3.44, and if they round, 3.5, they would round up. Anything under 3.5 is clipped for you. I had a 3.44. I ended up losing said scholarship. So I didn't even fucking know until they told me they were getting rid of it. I was livid. Oh, they got 3 white guys on the court for the Celtics. It's over. But yeah, so there is that. Now, you know what time it is. It's the fourth quarter, so we got to sound the alarm. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Hold My Nugget Studio for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where Miami has a commanding 2-0 lead. But would you believe, through 38 minutes, the Miami Heat have led by as much as 31 points. They currently lead by 27, well 26, but dominating the Boston Celtics, and they've inserted the bench warmers, so they have pretty much, for all intents and purposes, conceded this said game. But the Miami Heat looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead in this conference finals and pretty much all but punch their ticket to go to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2020, to most likely meet who can punch their ticket to the NBA Finals tomorrow night in Los Angeles, that being the Denver Nuggets. What will be the conclusion of Game 3? I still believe that it will be the Miami Heat taking care of business, but with, crazier things have happened in basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter. 25-point lead right now for Miami. But yeah, Demi Beast, I would say run conditioning like a motherfucker. So you are in shape and you can outlast your opposition, and you will have a magnificent opportunity when you're playing. And here's the thing. You're 6'6". You'll have leverage over a lot of other high school players. So depending on whatever state that you just so happen to be, you aesthetically, coming out of high school, already look good at 6'6", 240. Now, make it look good on tape. Dominate motherfuckers. And basketball, 6'6", 240, you're a big motherfucker. Bully motherfuckers down low. So watch some tape on Zach Randolph so you can get your footwork going. You apply those same footwork drills to football. When you got good feet, that could take you a very long way. All right? Pause. So things of that nature. So I wish you the best, Demi Beast. I wish you the best. Make it happen. Alex put 2 on, said, yeah, he chose the Lakers and the C's to win this series. Well, he looking real stupid right now. Kyle put 2 on and said, love the content, man. Who I got, Denver or Miami? You know we rolling with Miami. Come on now. We're rolling with Miami all the way, but unfortunately, they're not doing shit here in the fourth quarter. Call timeout, Spo, if they score again. They're going to call a late foul there on Pritchard. Good God, 6 of 32 from 3 right now for the Boston Celtics. They are having a bad time right now. Cornette, Hauser, and Pritchard getting minutes in this game. The moment that you see Blake Griffin check into the game, you know it's over. Vincent putting in a jumper right there. The lead is back up to 27. Lord said, who do I hate more, Grant Williams or Cody Parkey? Grant Williams, without question. I don't actually have too much hate for Cody Parkey. I just found it hilarious how he was so accurately inaccurate. Another block for Cody Zeller. Caleb Martin looking for Duncan Robinson. Oh, Duncan's going to go inside himself. Oh, he didn't get fouled. They didn't call shit. I think the refs is going to let this son-bitch run. Marcus Smart just out there getting all kinds of cardio. Hauser puts in a 3. Payton said, oh, don't disrespect Blake like that. Hey, you going to have to, bro, because they legit don't want to give Blake no fucking minutes until, it's damn near unnecessary. So that's what it is at this point. Hush sounds, but 2 wants to say, can I explain why I have hate for Grant Williams? I explained it earlier in the stream, but I'll say it once more. And if you guys haven't already, hit the like button if you haven't. We had like 50% on the likes as it pertains to the viewers. If you guys can hit the like button, make it like 3 out of 4, that would be awesome. For those who haven't already hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. Well, if the dislike button actually kept numbers, I would tell you guys hit the dislike button as well. But now it doesn't contribute to anything because I forget who it was who had led to the dislike button not working out. I think Amy Schumer had changed, the star rating or whatever the case was on Netflix. I think it was probably the YouTube rewind that ended up leading to the dislike button actually holding no merit anymore. So since that's the case, I don't even know if it plays a role towards actually helping out the creators or not. So hit the like button if you haven't already. That'd be awesome. Now, as it pertains to my hate for Grant Williams, it stems back to last year's conference finals. And I've said this on numerous different occasions. I love physical basketball. I have no issue with physical basketball. The problem that I have is with people who are going out of their way to try to agitate and bait motherfuckers. If that's your game, naturally, there's no problem. But if you just doing too fucking much, I got issues. Like, for example, one would assume if I don't like agitators, I wouldn't like Patrick Beverley. I love Patrick Beverley because Patrick Beverley, truly, one way or another, he gonna be himself through and through. Grant Williams, I feel like he's trying to play a character, right? Moreover, last year's conference finals, Miami had 4 people who was banged up, right? They had 4 people who were banged up. P.J. Tucker, Max Strus, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler. In fact, they had stated, the team doctor had stated, had it not been Game 7 of the conference finals, all 4 of them would not have played. But nevertheless, you got to fight through injury, right? All of those 4 motherfuckers, Grant Williams, not only in Game 7, but Games 1 through 7, this man would try to hook arms. He'd be bumping into motherfuckers. He'd be low-key throwing elbows on box outs. I got problems with that. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Don't get me wrong. Like I said it before, I got no problem with physical basketball. But when you, purposely going out there in an effort to try to bait motherfuckers to where y'all could both get teched or get ejected so you can take out somebody else's best player, I get the strategy behind it, but I got problems with it. Because at one point, you're going to have to play basketball. You can't just be an ML car up this motherfucker. We got issues. Here's the thing. Dylan Brooks tries to bait motherfuckers, right? But Dylan Brooks plays his role very fucking well. He's a 3-and-D guy. He's not very great on the threes, but he's a 3-and-D guy. He actually meshes so well with Memphis and their philosophy and what it is that they do. His biggest problem was the fact that he poked the bear with LeBron and then bitched out towards the media. But for all intents and purposes, Dylan Brooks is decent at what it is that he does. Grant Williams, throughout the entire season, man's cool. You hit the fucking playoffs and you play against Miami. Now you want to be this in the face, bumping motherfuckers and all this other shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck? There's isolated moments where he does it, against other teams here and there, not on a nightly basis or whatever. Like Patrick Beverley, he going to be a menace night in, night out. One of the Morris brothers, they going to be a menace night in, night out. Draymond, he going to be a menace night in, night out. Grant Williams don't want to be a menace unless he's playing against Miami. I got problems with that. So that's where I got issues. That's why I got problems with Grant Williams. That's legitimately my beef with him. It's like, yo, you not even like this in the regular season. Is he their enforcer? Is he the dude who's setting hard picks or he getting in people's face? I guess, but he's not doing that on a consistent basis in the regular season. Every other enforcer in the league, every team they play against, that's what the fuck they do. But Grant Williams, last year when they played against Miami, this dude just started doing hella shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? I'm looking around like, yo, what is he doing? Like, yo, you running down the floor, you tangling yourself up with motherfuckers. Like, you, what, for what? That don't even make sense. His immediately checks into the game, Game 2, he getting in Jimmy Butler face, whatever the case is. I'm all for the tenacity. I'm all for it. But bro, you doing, my man, where's this all coming from? So that's where I got beef with him. Because it's like, yo, you're not even like this. You're trying to play a fucking character that you're not. You're not a role model. You a model trying to play a role, and that ain't you, brother. That ain't you, brother. Be yourself. So that was my situation with Grant Williams. That's why I had some beef for it. And of course, me being a Miami fan, that's why I put that out there. But I'm not one of those motherfuckers who go to sleep. I'm like, fuck Grant Williams. I can't. I've never been that fan in sports. Legitimately, when I watch the game, I'm in it. The game is over. Max 15 minutes. I'll have emotions about the game, whether high or low. Max. And then I'm over it because it has literally no bearing on my life moving forward. So I'm not one of those people where, let's say when the Heat lost the finals in 2020, fam, I was fine. The next day, I'm at the gym. I'm doing what I got to do. I got to move forward. Because whether they win the championship, lose the championship, whatever the case is, I'll enjoy it. Like Miami win this year, I'll go to the parade. I'll fly to Miami. I'll have a fucking ball. I'll come back home, and my life will remain unchanged. But nevertheless, you know, I cheer for my sport, my teams. I cheer hard. When they lose, it sucks, and then I move forward. And then when they win, woo, it's great, and then I move forward. So that's the type of, you know, fan that you should be. You can't just be on some, man, I have a shitty week because my squad lost on Sunday. I think that's crazy. Now, if you wager in all kinds of money, then by all means, I think you got grounds to be upset. So there is that. Todd said, I cheer hard, pause. Well, I knew somebody was going to say that. I didn't want to put a preemptive pause, but fair enough. 5 minutes left to go here. Oh, damn, they got all the goddamn bench players in for the Celtics. God damn. Oh, damn, Blake still ain't getting no minutes. Muscala's up in the game. Good God, Gabe Vincent still lighting it up. I'm surprised they didn't check in Adonis Haslam. They should check in Adonis Haslam. Let him get some minutes. Let Adonis Haslam get some minutes. Fuck that. Let Adonis Haslam get some minutes. I think UD about to check in. Oh, no, it's Highsmith who's coming in for Gabe Vincent. Robinson hits a three. Miami pushes it back up to 29. Oh, pardon me. Actually, no. Yeah, they push it back up to 29. For a second, I was about to say 40, but that would have been off on my math. But that's the situation with Grant Williams. America runs on Duncan. Peyton said, get your jackets on. Shit. I mean, hey, listen, I'm flying to Miami for Game 3 of their NBA Finals, but they got to finish the series. But I'm going to Miami for Game 3 of the NBA Finals, one way or another. And if they come back for a Game 6, I'm definitely going there for a Game 6 as well. I'm not going to be able to go for a Game 4, unfortunately, because that Game 4, I'm going to have engagements. I can, depending on if I go to the engagements for that particular day or if I go to the game, I'll have a decision to make. But I don't know if I'll pull up or not. But one way or another, the decision will be mine. But I gotta go. No, there's no way I can because I have to be in Atlanta. So there's no way that I can because I have to be in Atlanta. I might have a chance. It depends. I'll have to see. But nevertheless, yeah, I'd have to go back and forth. I don't think it's worth it. I would have to go back and forth because I haven't engaged. Yeah, there's no way. Fly to Miami, come back to New York just to fly back to Miami. That's crazy. But it is what it is. We'll have to see. But there is that. The Real said, would I ever fight one of Kingpin's matches? Surprisingly, yes. I wouldn't mind stepping into the ring, octagon, or some shit like that. I would have to train. I'm not gonna be a motherfucker who just step in and have no clue what the fuck it is that I'm doing. But I'm open to it. Like I've said time and time again, I do a lot of commentaries on fighting. And people would consider me talking a lot of shit. For me, it's all, jokes. I don't hold no personal sort of thing, and I move forward. But if somebody were to call me out or something, man, I bet you want to fight me. No, fuck that. Let's do it. And if I lose, get knocked out, get beat up, whatever the case is, I'll be the first motherfucker to do commentary about it. I'm not going to sit over here, my ego. Of course I'm going to go in there and want to win, but come on now. But I'd love to train way ahead of time or whatever the case is. So there's that. But yeah, Quan said you'd go one-on-one with a midget. Shit, I would. KC Sports Nerd said, when is Chiseled Adonis Awards coming out? It's supposed to be this fucking weekend. It's supposed to be this goddamn weekend. But would you believe the patriarchal seed Adonis? My brother, the unchiseled Adonis, was driving the patriarchal seed Adonis's car, my father's car, yesterday. Deep Long Island. The catalytic convert. My brother pulled over because he heard noise in the vehicle, right? He pulls over on the side of the highway. The car is no longer starting. The catalytic converter fell out of the vehicle. They had to call a tow. He's in Deep Long Island. The tow truck said $800 to tow the vehicle. So And that's to tow it to Brooklyn. This was at approximately 5-something p.m. Most mechanics on Saturdays, they're going to close at 7. So with that being the case, we pretty much had to get the car towed to a location in Long Island. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to take one of my colleagues' cars, drive all the way to Long Island to try to get this entire situation situated. And then, of course, hopefully it doesn't take too long. My father was already thinking about trading in that particular car. So it's going to be a very fucking long evening, or I should say long morning tomorrow. AAA and all that. No. We don't have AAA. I have roadside assistance with State Farm, but Jesus Christ, Duncan Robinson with another 3. I have roadside assistance with State Farm, but they said that particular location that we were in, my brother was in, was actually it's a restricted area, so there was only one tow truck thing, and still $800 they would charge just for the pickup. So I'm like, yeah, it's clipped for that. This is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. So there is that. But yeah, so tomorrow morning is exactly. Freakers, your $800 is fucking insane. When my brother told me on the phone, yeah, they talking about $800, I say, fuck that. Take it to a goddamn mechanic in Long Island, leave it there, whatever fucking price we have to pay for the repairs, better to just do the fucking repair over there, because if you tow it to Brooklyn from Long Island for that price, you consider the differential in the treatment or whatever, you're going to end up spending more for the tow and then the maintenance or the repair to the cat converter, because cat converter already straight out the gate, you're looking at fucking, and it's a 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe. So you're probably looking at like what, $1,200 at the lowest if you can find a mechanic that's for the cheap, all the way upwards of if you go to a fucking dealer, like damn near $4,000. So it's about to be a pretty penny just to trade in the car. And if we go and we try to trade it in without getting the cat converter fixed, they're gonna be on some, man, the car's only worth $2,000, $3,000. So we got to get it repaired and then try to fucking trade it in. But it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Ghost Boy said Miami fixing to score 120 before Boston scores 85. I mean, shit, you're not wrong. You're certainly not wrong. Duncan is balling right now. Indeed, he is. Actually, let me read down the scores right now. If you guys haven't already hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. That'd be magnificent and really nice. But for Boston, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum only combined for 26 points. Tatum on the high end with 14. He was leading all scorers. And would you believe Grant Williams has 12? Third leading scorer for the Celtics with his bum ass. Next, for Miami. Oh, they said they want Adonis. They're cheering that they want Haslam. The fans are cheering they want Haslam. I think they ought to send in. Oh, Yurt is in the game. Highsmith in the game. Yurt in the game. Is that Jovic? Is Jovic getting minutes? Oh, shit. Jovic is getting minutes. Fam, why is Kyle Lowry on the floor, man? Bring in Adonis Haslam. We don't need no positions. They cheering for Adonis Haslam is the only Miami Heat who has not entered the game. They cheering for Adonis Haslam. Put in Adonis Haslam. I know his last game that he played was the final game of the season with Miami, and he had 24 points. They're cheering for Adonis Haslam. Oh, man, shit. They are cheering for Haslam. Oh, boy, he looked over at UD. He looked at UD. Man, if they put in UD, they're gonna fucking blow the roof off the place. They want UD in the game. 3 minutes left to play. Send in UD, man. Send in UD. There's no way you don't send in UD into this game. Man, he been wearing the same fucking warm-up the entire time. Duncan Robinson got 19 points. Gabe Vincent had 29, bruh. 29, 6 fucking threes. Caleb Martin, 18 points off the bench. Miami, it's outrageous. The others fucking showed up. Just like in game 1, they had 6 people who scored 15 or more. Game 3, Caleb Martin, 18. Duncan Robinson, 19. Gabe Vincent, 29. Jimmy Butler, 16. But you also had Bam Adebayo, 13. And also you got 10 from Max Strus. Like, you talking about production across the board? Good God. Good God. Fam, send in Adonis Haslam. We want Haslam. We want Haslam. Haslam, no, he here to cheers. I don't even know if he got a jersey on underneath that joint, bruh. I don't even know if UD got a jersey on underneath. Nobody else wearing the red warm-up. UD said, I'm going to wear the red warm-up one way or another. But I don't know if anybody else got on, if he got on a jersey underneath the red warm-up. Everybody wearing the white hot shirt. Adonis hasn't been wearing that same fucking red jumpsuit since the beginning of the season. I got to actually buy it. Funny enough, I believe I have it in my bookmarks. I've had that shit in my bookmarks for years, bruh. Let me see if it's on, I think it was like $130 at the NBA Miami Heat store. I was gonna buy that shit, but that joint was $130. I got my father's credit card right now, so I should be able to make that doggone Okay, Yurt. Okay, Yurt. Get you a basket, Yurt. Seriously, put in Adonis Haslam, man. UD said he don't want to go in. UD said he don't want to go in. They don't want to put UD in, man. The lead is back up to 31. There's no reason to go call a timeout. Jovic gets himself a basket. Oh, no, they do have the sweatsuit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Showtime on-court hoodies, $155. They are bugging, bro. $155 for the on-court hoodie? Man, you can eat a dick, bro. This shit was $110 last time. Why the hell they gonna upcharge that son of a bitch? They crazy. They crazy. $155 for a goddamn hoodie? That shit better come with a blowjob. That's ridiculous. Just for the hoodie. They're not even counting the sweatpants. NBA, man, you can suck my balls, man. I'll get me a goddamn sweatpants for $15 at the flea market. I'll wash that sumbitch 16 times so there ain't no bed bugs in there. You got me fucked up. $155 for a goddamn hoodie? Man, shit. Oh, I think UD's going to get him some minutes here. Are they going to bring in UD? There's a foul. Bring in UD. Oh, they ain't going to bring in UD. Miami may put up 130. They cheering for Haslam. Shaq is damn near coming to the floor. They don't want to put – Adonis Haslam clearly don't want to come in. Good God. Oh, damn. Duncan Robinson lost the ball. Good God. UD probably not in uniform. Yeah, like I said, UD probably don't even got his jersey underneath the goddamn warm-up, bruh. He should have ran to the back to go get his jersey so he could come in. Everybody got on the white hot shirt. Adonis Haslam just got on a warm-up. I promise you he ain't got his jersey underneath. Whoever was in Miami, I want to see if UD was warming up with the team, bruh. I want to see if he was on the layup line. Dre said UD smelling like curry goat. Oh, fun fact, UD had a restaurant that was out there. Oh, damn, they got Shaq bumping into Charles Barkley. Why Shaq looking at Charles Barkley right there? Charles Barkley done threw up his hands. That was about to be the entertainment of the night. But they had him and D Wade had a restaurant called 800 Degrees out there, but it said it's temporary closed on Google. I wanted to go to their restaurant, but I think it's closed. Yeah, the 800 Degrees, and it says Wood Fried Kitchen. I think it might be closed. I think the pandemic fucked it up. I think they were selling pizza or some shit, but I think the pandemic fucked them up. So it's not open no more. Yeah, because the website is literally DwayneWade.com and ain't shit going on. Yeah, so I think the website, I think it's closed. Because I wanted to go down there. Yeah, it's temporary closed apparently. But I was gonna go out there, but still, nevertheless, I'm going to Miami. I have to go to Miami anyway because we got a podcast coming in the future, so we're gonna see if I can set it up. I know you guys were asking for one, so I'm fixing to see set one up. So we're gonna make it happen. I can't make any guarantees right now, but Miami, the lead is gonna end at 28, and 128, 100 is probably gonna be the final score. Miami, magnificent. Yeah, remember when Al Horford was telling Miami to go call timeout? Shit ain't too sweet no more, huh? Shit ain't too sweet no more, huh? You thought your old ass was fixing to go get a ring, wasn't it? You thought your old ass was fixing to go get a ring, wasn't it? Oh, look at Boston trying to go themselves and get some doggone buckets. Yup, game done. Miami takes a commanding 3-0 lead in the series. Let me see if I won any of my pick'ems. I really don't think I did, though. Wait a minute. Nope, Strus only had 10. And Jimmy Butler only had 16. So, yep, I lost my pick'ems. In fact, I only got one right on both of them. Jesus Christ. I only took one W on both of my pick'ems. My only one was Jason Tatum being under 30 points on this one, and my other one was Kevin Love not being highly productive, and that's because he left the game in the first quarter. Everything else was a miss. Good God. Good God. But what a victory for the Miami Heat, absolutely torching the Boston Celtics. In fact, I believe Miami may have, they won 3 of 4 quarters, and they only lost the fourth by 4. Miami with an absolute dominant Game 3 to take a 3-0 lead, 1 game closer to the NBA Finals. You got to love rematches in conference finals. And remember, Miami fell to the Pistons in the 2005 conference finals. They came back in 2006, and they took care of business. And here, Boston took care of Miami in Game 7 of last year's conference finals, and here Miami is once more with an opportunity to be 1 game away from the sweep around your own front door before you got to sweep around mine. Sweep around your own front door before you got to sweep around mine. It's only 1 game away from the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Only 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Williams brothers might be on display for the next 2 days because for the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat, we'll be singing to the Lakers and the Celtics. What we gonna be singing? Sweep around your own front door before you got to sweep around mine. Sweep around your own front door before you got to sweep around mine. It's about to be time to take out the brooms, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be time to take out the doggone brooms. Because it's pain going on inside the Boston Celtics locker room right now. Pain. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. It's having a bad time. They having a bad time over there. The Celtics lose once again. You thought maybe because they struggle at home, perhaps they were road warriors. They're going to cry in the bus. They're going to cry in the locker room. Everybody going to be pointing fingers. And take a look at the effort of the Boston Celtics in this game. They started out the game crying to the officials, literally begging the officials to go and call foul. And to make matters even worse, they didn't get back on defense. They didn't play with the tenacity to come back into this game. Miami pulled into a double-digit lead. I don't think Boston cut it down to 4 in God knows how long. In fact, let me take a look at the play-by-play, quarter by quarter. Because in the first quarter, when Miami had jumped up to the 30-20 lead, Boston ended the half, or I should say the quarter. They cut it to 8, so it was 30-22, right? Second quarter, Miami went up 41-30. So the closest that Boston had gotten, Miami, they cut it to 8 after the lead was 10. They pushed it back up to 34. It stayed at 9, went to 11, went back down to 9, up to 15, and then Miami just started pushing from there. Boston had never had it within single digits since, good God, 8:07 in the second quarter. It hadn't been a single-digit game since 8:07 in the second quarter. It was a double-digit game. 12 extended, or I should say 13 extended for the vast majority of this doggone game, bro. Literally, Boston had 14 minutes. No, 15 minutes of decent basketball. That was the only opportunity. They got cooked the entire time. GR Patuan said, does the Celtics regret firing Ime Udoka if they lose? Without question. Because Joe Mazzulla, he's not as good as Ime Udoka. He's simply not as good. He was able to walk in and inherit a very talented team, but you can clearly see he's not as good. This game finished before 11 o'clock. I mean, other games finished at 11 o'clock as well, but still. Man's got absolutely cooked. They got absolutely cooked. Sage Leader said, what does the Heat need to do in order to beat the Nuggets? For one, shut down the others. Because here's the thing, right? Both squads have had others show up. KCP has been a masterclass performer for the Nuggets, right? The starters, being Jokic, Murray, have shown up. Aaron Gordon has played good defense, got them good rebounds as well. Bruce Brown off the bench has been a godsend. KCP starts. But KCP, Bruce Brown, those two have been godsends. Here's the thing with Miami. Miami's others have been showing up like no other, right? Here's the thing. Jamal Murray and Jokic, Jimmy Butler, Miami's gonna need Bam Adebayo to be extremely consistent every single game, right? So that them and Jokic and Murray, Bam and Adebayo, if they can cancel each other out and have the equal amount of production, I believe Miami's others is better than the Nuggets' others. KCP, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, and company versus Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, and company, Caleb Martin. Miami's others have outperformed every other squad in the playoffs, right? Here's the problem. No, Jokic over Bam without question. Jokic over Bam without fucking question. Jimmy Butler over Murray. In fact, you can argue Murray over Bam, right? But if Butler and Bam can perform at the same level as Murray and Jokic, and they cancel each other out, Miami's others, I believe, can outperform the Nuggets' others. But there is that. No, I didn't forget about Michael Porter. I just didn't mention Michael Porter, but he's part of that group as well. So it'd be KCP, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Bruce Brown, right? Versus Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Kyle Lowry. So it's just a matter of, can your others outplay our others? Because Jokic is going to get his. Jamal Murray going to get his. Jimmy Butler going to get his. So with that being the case, it's like Bam has to show up. So Bam, he would have to show up. So that's the situation. That's the situation. But it's going to be a hell of a battle. It's going to be a hell of a battle. But the Nuggets are an incredible, formidable foe. And remember, Miami had problems dealing with the bigs of Milwaukee. But still, if you eliminate Jokic's others and you force Jokic to, you're going to have to go out there and score 50 every single game, I like our chances. But if fucking Jamal Murray has a performance like he had against, the Lakers, then, it's going to be a very incredibly tough series. But whatever the case may be, we shall see. But I'm pushing for Miami. I'm pushing hard for Miami. That's my squad for 23 years. So we're going to see if we can make that happen. Nevertheless, let's get our asses the hell up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight in Game 3, we saw the Miami Heat take a magnificent 26-point lead. Where Boston thought they had a chance to possibly get themselves back into this doggone series, oh no, they came out here and got ran off the fucking court. They trailed by double digits for fucking 32 minutes of this game because Miami told them to take out their Metro cards and get aboard the L train. Because tonight, the Celtics, we say,
You lose.
Once more.
You lose.
Say it again.
You lose.
Just in case you forgot.
You lose.
Boston.
You lose.
Massachusetts.
You lose.
New England.
You lose.
New Westbury.
You lose.
You thought you was going to cut the series deficit to 2-1? That quest was nothing but a
Failure.
I said New Westbury instead of West New what was it? Newberry, West Newberry, Massachusetts. I forget what it was. Nevertheless,
Failure.
the Boston Celtics season.
Failure.
Because we laugh in their faces, cuz.
It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose.
It's over. You lose.
It's over. You lose.
You lose. You lose. You lose. Throw lemons at them. Throw lemons at them. Throw lemons at them. Because dinner tonight for the Celtics is
Fresh hot ales. 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 Fresh hot ales.
fresh, hot ales. And tonight, for the Boston Celtics, they are one game away from elimination. 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 They getting close to elimination, goddammit. But nevertheless, magnificent performance from the Miami Heat, taking a commanding 3-0 lead. One more. Oh, damn, they had to beat Boston towels. Damn, I could have used that towel. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning into the doggone stream. Utaja, I hope I pronounced that right, but all I know is 87 said that your commentary is top tier. Oh, I quite appreciate you. Just Javanta said they had the audacity to give us a 3-point chance. Ain't that the truth? They gave us a 3-point chance, but they forgot. We the Miami Heat, baby. Get your goddamn towels at. Get your towels at, all right? Get your towels at. I should have took my other Heat towel, but this is my other Heat towel. This came with my Adonis Haslam jersey, but get your towels at, as Pat McAfee would say. Miami Heat, Miami Heat, Miami Heat. Peyton put 2 on it. Said Bruce Brown did what with Lana Rhodes? Oh, somebody said Bruce Brown did something with Lana Rhodes. I don't know what's going on. But one way or another, before I get up out of here, you already know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, before I call on Eddie to take us out, it's time that we all say,
and go Heat, bitch.
Whoa! Go Heat, bitch.
And go Heat, bitch.
Whoa! Go Heat, bitch.
And go Heat, bitch.
Whoa! Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Miami beat Boston the same way that Boston beat who? I just wanted to hear it again.
Tobias.
Just in case you forgot.
Tobias.
Beat the goddamn Boston Celtics like.
Tobias.
Fuck out of here. Tobias. Come on now. Tobias. Come on now. Come on now.
Tobias.
Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. I have been your host, founder, and chairman of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated, the Diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis. Tonight for the Celtics fans, the only way they can feel better is if they...
You gotta beat the meat. You gotta beat the meat. Here we go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Come on, lay that shot. Yeah.
That's the only thing that they can do here tonight. Because they came out here with a choke job as if their name was...
Who are you? Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat! They shat the bed like... Come on now. Nevertheless, hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Lakers Nuggets Game 4. I will be live. I'll see y'all in approximately 21 hours. Y'all have yourselves a good night. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.